We about to blast off like we dropping a nuke. Rock your head to these beats like you a Sir Duke. A Lego chat shoulder which we rock 'em all. Talking shit, spitballing and busting your balls. We all love Star Wars, the uniting cause. But as long as you love Lego, it ain't breaking no laws. We got guests, clock talking random topics. Sweet leaks, rumors, hot takes like psychotropics. Dreams, rankings, and of course all the latest gossip. What's your wish list? What's it gonna take to cop it? Let's do a roll call of our illustrious hosts. Hailing stateside in UK, coast to coast. Pattern one, the dawn shuffles in, packing the cake. All stiff for our stiff while he making it shake. More's ventures, let's send us back to
Nimble saucepan.
Always down, letting love light shine. Hailing from the Emerald Isle, come Slurpee ho ho. Pouring gold at the rainbow, stop motion maestro. West casual, it's a key, thespian by night. Buffy boxer boys try to guess it right. Cool harm with the plan, takes the head off a penny. Some and Biff, Welsh Dragon, see you all at the Rennie.
All right.
To these beats like you a Sir Duke. A Lego chat shoulder which we welcome.
Get out.
What was that music? What happened to that music?
I was thinking.
I need to delete. Should I delete that? That's a cool hang new funk. I delete that.
Yeah, but what? It just seemed something just seemed different about it.
It's a different one. The other one is cool hang new hard. That's the one we're supposed to use.
Oh, right.
Oh, but that
I was
one
like, what?
Cool hang new funk.
Yeah, so halfway through it, I was getting an advert for Game of Thrones, and I was thinking, what the hell's going on? And then it went off, and then it went back on again, and then I was getting an advert for Casino, and I was thinking, what's he doing? And then I realized that these headphones somehow can Bluetooth connect to multiple locations. So I'm here connected to this, and Kirsty put the telly on upstairs. My headphones were still connected to it, so I was playing adverts on the telly upstairs. So I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
We normally don't use that intro. It's kind of
yeah, that was a different one. I was listening to it. I was thinking then, because I couldn't hear it all. I was thinking perhaps you changed it and added Nimble, Nimble in there somehow.
I'll just get featured in every week. It's great. It's a bit more personal then.
Nimble.
Just get Nimble saucepan. Okay.
No words.
What's that? 42 to 43 centimeters. What?
Yeah, it's not that big.
Oh boy.
17-inch of snow. That last. Oh, they're talking about weather. Okay. That's not the top of the comments. That's why it's not making any sense to me. Anyway, so yeah, apologies everybody. We had some tech diffs there, even though you probably weren't aware of them. Welcome to episode 71 of Cool Hang Luke. Can't put the scrolling banner on because Whittaky only has one job every week, and
yep,
still says Rogue One episode 70. So he'll be getting a slap on the wrist for that. One job you had, Whittaky, one job. But yeah, so Whittaky unfortunately is working tonight, and he did just call in the green room. We had a quick catch up, but so he won't be on because likely he won't finish work. Although he said that last time, he said I don't finish work till 10, so by the time I get on, you guys will be gone. And 9:30 he rocks up. I'm thinking, do I need to report him? But yeah, so tonight, guys, is free-balling, but free-balling with a twist because we've got a couple of things that we're going to discuss. I'm just going to flash up some images here because we're hoping to make this show quite interactive. So here are just a few of the things we've got on the topic list. So this will be the main topic: Bricktastic hype. So we're going to be going through that, and that looks like a couple of different things. First of all, just talking about the event itself, but also talking about what we're going to be doing, both as a stream and a group of idiots up in Manchester. So I do appreciate there's a lot of you out there who won't be going, can go, whatever, but there are quite a few people out there who might watch this on replay who are. So it's also pertinent to like the guests we got coming up as part of the hype. But of course, we'll be meeting a few people up there as well. But yeah, more than anything, the main reason we're going to be talking about the bits outside of the actual event is because we want you guys to help us make decisions on things like, when are we going to stream, or what kind of thing are we going to do on the stream, that kind of thing. You can't tell me off. Not in. But yeah, free balling with a twist. That is actually a pretty
that's the best comment
scenario. So we also got this while Ken is out there, 48-hour charity streamathon. So I am really aware of the fact that I've made this very much themed to our theme or my theme, and there's no kind of camel or crown in there, but I do intend to kind of change that up a little bit because myself and Ken are doing this as a kind of collaborative thing. So obviously we did it last year, so I guess it was my brainchild, if you really care about that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna try and change that a little bit, and I try and make it a little bit of a an amalgamation of his what do you call it, brand and our brand as well. And that would be something that we've got coming up. And then the other thing is this, which we talked about last week.
Get your mock out.
Yeah, so we made a short list of some of the potential names for this new segment that we're going to be doing. Hopefully I can actually find yeah, I got them here, I think, somewhere. And the plan is tonight to try and decide between us on the best four, and then put that in the poll for you guys to decide the ultimate what the name of this segment is going to be, and then it'll appear, somewhere in here. I think I'm going to try and animate this so the guy melts into this, and then we're going to have like across the bottom, rock out with your mock out or whatever it's going to be.
Wild.
So they're just a couple of loose things we're going to be talking about tonight, as well as some other various bits and pieces. But yeah, hopefully, guys, you all got your mocks out ready.
Aye.
So I've picked mine, and I know these guys have got theirs. Did you send me yours, Nimble? Did I send it to you, Matthew? Or
I've sent it to Slurpee as well.
Yeah, I have Nimbles here.
I just had a shocking realization that you sent it to me, and I didn't send it across. So, so yeah. So just to kind of clarify, what we're going to do with this mock thing is, what'll happen every week is we'll each show off a mock, and we'll talk a little bit about them, why we like them, try and big them up, similar to what we did when we had that license episode with Brick Dynasty, where we just kind of yeah, this is the best mock, these are the reasons, try and sort of talk you guys into it. We'll put a poll out for that as well, and then the winner, decided by you guys out there in the chat, will be sort of earmarked, and we'll go into the finale. And then what we'll do is, when we get, I believe it's 32 episodes deep, or 32 winners deep, or 32 mocks, we're going to do a brackets episode where we'll just have all the mocks that have been the winners so far to just fight it out and become the ultimate mock champion. And then the ideal being then is that whoever the winner is that perhaps we can get them on for as a guest, potentially some guests of some of the other mocks that win along the way. I reached out to, I won't tell you about this bit till later because it's kind of not really relevant at the moment. But yeah, so that's the show. Sound off in the chat. We're going to be reading that out shortly. But in the meantime, I did put in the comments, I pinned a comment where I wanted you guys to have some input in the show. So and we'll obviously get you guys to, rather than just shouting out random answers now, we'll say to ourselves, look, we're going to have a quick discussion about what kind of guests we would like on, and get you guys to list some guests you'd like to see on the show. Some other segments. Obviously, we're going to start with the mock, but I'd like to introduce a few more segments into the show long term. And then some input in terms of the charity stream and what you guys think we should do with that, what you think will work. And you guys will get to have your say in that as well. So there's a little bit to think about, a little bit to get interactive with. So get your fingers on the buzzers ready. But in the meantime, how are you guys doing?
Good weekend.
I see Nimble's got his retirement outfit on already.
I'll be honest, I'm absolutely cream crackers. I'm grafting 7 days a week at the moment.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I'm just shattered. But I'll always say this: I'm living the dream. Don't know whose dream it is, but I'm living
someone's dream.
Someone's dreaming.
Anything exciting been happening over there, Slurpee?
Very little. Was out for Muggsy's birthday last night.
Oh, shite! Yeah.
Up in the big city of Belfast.
Hey, it's funny you say that actually, because I was looking at where the place we're getting married. You can from where we're getting married, you can see the HMS Belfast, like parked up there in London thing.
Oh,
so you'd be able to have memories of home there, mate. The HMS Belfast pulling up and unloading on you.
Tear it down. I don't want.
What? How old did you turn?
27. You see me, just myself.
Wow.
We're getting up there in the age. We're
Well,
almost
happy birthday, Muggsy lad.
Yeah, happy birthday, Muggsy. If you're listening.
Hopefully, we might have a sore head tonight.
Did you guys? Because you're not a big drinker, right? Or none of us are.
I don't drink
at the moment, but
no,
so what, you just.
Because a few of us don't drink, and then we just met up with a few of his friends. It's always so awkward, like, oh, John shots, lad, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't drink. And then instead of saying like, oh, I'm a pioneer, or I'm a fucking pal or whatever, I just start saying, no, I don't drink because I'm at peace. They just stare at me like, oh, it's such an asshole thing. I'm at peace.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Look at that Master Zen over here.
Yeah.
Like, nah, but it was good enough, like, too. Wild crowd out, though, on a Saturday for sure. I'm reminded, hey, don't go out, but...
Well, yeah, I was going to say, when it's shots, it's a little bit harder to get away with, but I've been to plenty of places with people who are drinking, and they haven't even noticed, because I'm drinking, like, I don't know, Guinness or, you know, you can get quite a lot of non-alcoholic drinks now on tap or whatever. So sometimes, you know, people have even come to me and I've, like, I don't know, I've actually said something and maybe fumbled my words, and they're like, oh, he's obviously had too many to drink. And I'm like, yeah.
It's just Welsh.
Yeah, well, in that case, I think all of those were as well. But no, it was just like, yeah. So, you know, I say get away with it, and I've never tried to hide it. But you just, you know, it's not something you necessarily should. Oh, by the way, everybody, I am not drinking alcohol tonight. I don't give a fuck. So, but people do genuinely, especially in my case, genuinely seem shocked when I tell them, because they're just like, "What, you?" They were. I think they were be less shocked if I drunk myself to death than. Do you know what I mean? That would have come as less of a shock to them if I died from drinking than because of the lifestyle I used to live. So, but I mean, but
it's
no,
a big
so
change too. Definitely whenever I was like becoming an adult, like everyone was getting sloshed up. But I think as years have gone on, like it's a bit more normal to, you know, not completely shit your brains every week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like this guy here in the bottom right, like look, he is.
They've given me permission to come on for 10 minutes. They said, "Yeah, go on."
Your leader.
So they've given me permission.
You didn't ask permission to come on for 10 minutes. You said you were going to be
I can hear them lock the door there behind them.
I said, yeah, any chance I can just do my normal segment and stuff? And they went, yeah, go on, get on there. So yeah.
No, we already did it, mate. You missed it.
No, we're watching it. We're watching it.
All right, okay.
Oh no!
Do you know what?
If I'd known that, we would have
put it on. Yeah, we put it on, and obviously we always have tech divs and stuff, but we put it on. And of course, the little lad, he's got no patience, and he's having to go at me, going, "Why haven't they started? Why haven't they?" I was like,
"Oh."
Yeah, we were too busy talking about wedding plans, mate. And I'll share them with you now since you missed out on it. But Kirsty said that Kirsty was like putting where the guys, everyone's going to sit on the table or whatever. Yeah. And so she was like, right, now I'm going to say this now to you, she said, and this is my plan. This is the reason why Whittaky's here. And then Matthew and then Nimble in that order. She said, but don't tell him. And I was like, why? They don't care. And she was like, oh no, because I don't want him to be offended. And I was like, okay. So she said she put Whittaky this side, Matthew in the middle, and then Nimble, because if anybody around can understand Slurpee, then you guys can translate. And I was just like, have you heard Nimble's accent? I said, well, likely not to understand him, but she's also put Nimble next to like some strangers. So she said he's more likely to interact with people he doesn't know. So
yeah, I want to be sat next to the bridesmaids.
Yeah, no, you got no chance, mate. Wrong side of the table. You might try and see if you can. But yeah, one of them's my daughter, so be careful what you say.
Oh God, no, yeah. You know, I'm quite strict on no.
But no, yeah. So that was quite funny. And the other thing was we were talking about potentially, like I said, this is up to you guys because I can't. I'm not going to tell you where and when to go. It's not like I'm paying for your accommodation, but if you were able to get up on the Sunday night and the wedding's on the Tuesday, so that would mean you were staying 3 nights. But if you were able to get up on the Sunday night, we could do a stream or do the Sunday night stream from our Airbnb. The 4 of us actually be in the room together. So I thought that'd be pretty cool.
You have to let me know the dates again, though, because I think I'm going to have to add a couple of dates then, because I think I only did I booked the 18th and 19th off.
Well, I sent you a thingy, didn't I? Didn't I send you a save the date?
Yeah, but that was ages ago. I can't remember. Let's see when hold on.
He's old, Mark. You've got to remember, he forgets things, mate.
Is that a cardboard tank on the top shelf?
It's an actual.
Is that the HMS Belfast?
It is a tank. Actually. It is a tank. It's made for Leo, but it's no, it's not a tank. Sorry, it's a cannon because it's the Gunners, Arsenal, because he's a big Arsenal fan.
Oh, right, okay.
So they made but it does look a bit like a tank. God, what's going on?
You should be back in work. That's your 10 minutes up.
That's Leo ringing up now. Oh, yeah. Hi, Leo, because Leo's probably watching. He's watching it.
What's up, Leo?
Leo the gunner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If I'd known he was watching, I'm glad actually I didn't give him some abuse about Arsenal. But
so on the holiday, on the holiday board, it says the 18th and 19th, so I can add a couple of more dates onto that. It's all right.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's effectively it's 4 days out for you guys from your normal life because it'd be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But traveling up Sunday, coming back Wednesday, we don't necessarily have to do that. I don't want you to feel as if there's any pressure.
I'm never booking for Flixie Bus. Honestly, I'm going to become one of their regulars.
Well, yeah, but I think the travel up there is relatively cheap. Travel to London is cheaper than traveling to Manchester and quicker. We can get up to Manchester in like 3 hours, whereas to Manchester, we've looked to try and get it the cheapest possible. It takes 8 hours. It's taking us all day to get to Manchester.
It says 3.5 for me.
Yeah,
guys, I still.
This is
Leo. If you're watching, I can't answer the phone.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but to Manchester, it's really awkward because of where we are. They don't obviously, I don't know. Anyway, it's 8 hours, but to London is 3 hours. But anyway, it's cheap enough getting to London. What I'm talking about is the cost of staying in London because that's not
right.
cheap. It depends. Because ideally, I'd like you guys to stay relatively close to me because the other thing I need to arrange is that I've got to stay with someone else the night before the wedding.
Oh yeah, you can't see her the night before.
Yeah, so I've got to stay somewhere. So I'll have a range of different people I could potentially stay with, but obviously it makes more sense to stay properly with you guys. But but it depends on what you've got. But I was thinking if you get like a what do you call it, an Airbnb, which has got like enough beds, because we looked at a couple today and we only needed 2 beds, but most of them came with like 3 or 4 beds. So, but yeah, anyway, we'll talk about that closer to the time because it's boring for the viewers. But yeah, let's do the shadow then, shall we? Since he's here and he's on a time limit.
Leo, I'll be with you in a minute. Ta-da.
Be patient, Leo.
Yeah, be patient, Leo. All right,
he's got to get his cowboy hat.
Yeehaw! Welcome to the Cool Gang, everybody. All right, I've got to get back to the top of the bleed chat. All right. Okay, right, we're going to start with Oaktown. Hello, Oaktown. He's going to be lurking, and he hopes that everybody's well.
Where are you, Oaktown? Come on the show, mate. It's Free-Ballin.
I've got to put this because Leo asked me to put this. Leo said, "Why haven't you started earlier?" He was like,
"Because we're always late, mate."
Why haven't you started?
I know. Ultra Bricks, good evening, lads. Nice to see you. We've got Papa Rex in the house. Hello, boys.
Papa Rex.
Brick Dynasty. Ken, good to see you. Why does this stream have to be ice cold? The winter feels endless and I need something warm.
It's the opposite of a heater.
Different. Yeah, everything's ice cold.
You want to be a derivative of anything else. Ooh.
Oh God, now I've messed everything up now.
Oh boy. Tell Leo to get a comment in the chat so you can get some attention then.
Right, so Ultra Brick says hello. Right, so we got Nimble. Nimble said, any bets to win the first? Well, I hope it does go off, because if it don't go off tonight and I'm not on.
It happens during the intro.
Yeah.
Who else have we got here? We got Paddy. Good evening, Sarah. Nice to see you. Hello. Jedi Master Bricks. Good to see you. JMB. Happy Sunday, lads. Oh yeah, welcome to another Super Sunday. I forgot to do that.
It's live.
You got myself. Myself. I came in because I was watching, and they're going. They said he's going to report you.
Yeah, because we said Whittaky has one job in this stream, which is to change the banner, the scoring banner, and he didn't do it.
Wasn't officially supposed to be in. So, anyway, Matty, good evening to all you fine ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and thank you very much. And that is it. That's everybody at the moment. So I would say, like normal, if someone else comes in, I'll say hello, but I might not be here. So
I just want to make an announcement. I think I've finally got to the point now where I'm actually sick of mince pies.
Oh
no,
right.
You can't say that.
Because I start eating them when they first hit the shelves around September. Obviously, eat them all through Christmas. Try all the different ones. Yeah. And then I stack up when I see them then down to whoopsies, down to like, I don't know, I've seen some this year for like 32p. And I stack those bad boys up.
Ooh.
But I'm actually, I think this I say this year, but this Christmas season, I think I've consumed more mince pies than any other. Not by a lot, but by a margin enough for me to be the point where I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to pack away the mince pies. Unfortunately, I've still got 4 boxes left in the cupboard. So now I just got to push through.
Like
chuck them in the freezer.
Not happy with you, Nimble. King of England, eh?
That's me. King of England.
Yeah, I must admit, I ate quite a few mince pies this year. So, and to be honest with you, I think the Asda ones were the nicest. I tried other, it's supposed to be special ones, and they were like,
The only ones I can stand, the Mr. Kipling's ones. Ugh, gross.
No.
They got chunks of like carrot in them and all sorts. I'm like,
oh my god, what the?
You can't be slagging old Kipling off, mate.
Mate, he's a stinker.
Mate, you just pay for the brand, don't you?
He's up there with like Einstein and that for me. Like, he's right up there.
I admire all his other cakes and stuff, but his mince pies, they're shocking. In fairness, compared to like something that's half the price, and they're always the ones that sat stuck on the shelf because it's just a big, there's full raisins and stuff in there, and you're like, nobody wants that. It's supposed to be mince, like minced up. like
Yes.
MINCE, like it's mince is supposed to be minced. Like if you can't be bothered to, even put a potato masher over your mince, then it shouldn't be in a pie. But anyway, I just need to do an official apology to Leo for swearing whilst we're in the green room. Unfortunately, Leo, I didn't get the memo that we're not allowed to swear in front of you. So when I said something that swearing in front of you, nobody had told me that. So after Whittaky left, both these guys gave me a bollocking instead. But also, I did say, because I came on and swore, and then after you left, those two were like, I can't believe you did that in front of Leo. And we were like, what did... And you're like, oh, yeah, you said not to swear. But I was like, I didn't hear that. Nobody told me that.
Oh, you only said SHIT. That's all right. He's all right with that one.
Yeah, but what I did say, though, I said, in fairness, you don't go to a titty bar and complain you see titties. So, you're
I don't think he heard that. He would have liked that.
If you're in the wrong, if you don't hear swearing, you're in the wrong stream.
That song I was playing, I said, no, listen to this song. They changes it from Free-Ballin'. And then next thing, there's a line about your dingly dangly or whatever, and
Oh my
and he's laughing his head off. But I'm like, yeah, turn that off. I mean, he is 16, so Anyway, better not talk about him too much. Hi, Leo. he's in there watching.
Leo, make a memo for your next birthday, mate. You want to go to a titty bar, and you want Whittaky to take you.
No, he doesn't have to. He's looking at one tit in that corner, and one tit. I can't even point.
I know it's terrible when you're trying to do.
Benny.
I actually look like one as well.
Ask that way.
Whoop.
Right, I think I better go and do some work. I think.
Hey, get back.
Wait till they call me. Yeah, I've just shut the door.
You were getting started in the morning, mate.
I hope you do a better job for them than you did for us on the stream.
What I'd be worrying if suddenly on the chat it came up my boss. It's like, oh, they all know about the show. I tell them all, but nobody ever bothers, so it's fine.
Hey, they're not caring for some Lego.
No, they don't care. They all go,
shout all the carers out there.
Tell me what it is, where it is, and I do all that, and they never come on. So,
can you blame?
Shout out to all the carers out there, because I always complain working in retail, but I certainly wouldn't want to be in working for the NHS or a carer. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but in terms of like having a tough job, then it's up there for me.
I mean, it is tough, but it can also be very rewarding as well. So,
yeah, of course.
I think you've got to be a particular type of person as well to do it, because I know a lot of people wouldn't be able to.
I was chatting to my colleague yesterday, and I said that I was in the store on my own. Generally, depending on whether I open in a store or not, I'm on my own sometimes for the first hour or so. And I made a conscious effort to count the amount of customers that came in and said, eyeballed every single one of them and said good morning. And I think it was like 9 customers in the first half hour. 2 acknowledged me by saying something back. The others either looked straight at me and ignored me, or just flat out ignored me. And I was just like, it's so demoralizing. First thing in the morning when you're like, you're not saying good morning because you really cared about their morning, and maybe that's why, but you're saying good morning because
I'm lucky. I work with fantastic nurses, and yes, I am saying it because they're watching. But they are they're brilliant.
But it's a terrible start to your day though when you're there and you come motivated. Morning, everybody. Hey, morning, and they're like.
Think how they feel though, mate. They're coming in, they're bloody knackered, and the first thing they see in the morning is you screaming "Good morning" down their throat. I'd be like, oh.
Kirsty gets it worse because part of their sort of spiel is that when you walk into the shop, they go, "Hi, good morning, welcome to Sketches," or whatever. And that's it. There's no like, how can I help you? Anything like that. But she said the amount of people who go up to go, I'm just looking, I'm just browsing, give me a chance. And she's like, what, give you a chance to have a good morning? It's like, I haven't asked you anything. I'm just saying good morning. Welcome to the shop.
It is strange though when you're not used to it. You walk into a Lego shop and they're like, hello, how are you?
Yeah, but I don't know. You just think. But the thing is, they're talkative enough when they come to the till, and then they want to interact with you. It's like, and then I feel like ignoring them. I feel like when they come to the till, I'm like, oh yeah, how have you been? You had a good. I feel like going.
No, just pay.
Like you did me 10 minutes ago when you walked in. But there you go. But no, I feel for you, mate. But no, like I said, when it comes to caring, I think there are tough jobs out there. I couldn't say that for yours though, because you get to have like 10 minutes off to jump on a stream halfway through your shift. Like, so it's not really work, is it? But...
That's because of the great team I'm with. Team, we share things.
Shout out to everybody there at such and such care facility. Watching.
Yeah, I do work with a great bunch of people. Actually, it's really good. So that's what helps, because in the past I've worked with it makes your job hell. So, but yeah. Anyway, enough of that.
Right, what are we talking about first then?
I don't know. I mean, what are you talking about tonight? It's a Free-Ballin one, isn't it? So
it is.
Well, we got the mocks to go through.
Yeah, do we want to do the mocks first or?
Yeah, let's do some mock talk.
Whoops. No, I do want that. So that's the background change, although you can't really see it, so it's kind of pointless. But so what this will eventually look like when I get more time on my hands is this will come up. There'll be some animation, a little bit of music, and it'll be like, yay, welcome to our segment mocks. But of course, at the moment, as per usual, it's in the infancy, so it's not quite figured out. And I need to try and find this list because I wrote down the list of all the ideas people gave us for what it was going to be called and promptly lost the list. But it's here somewhere, so I just got to find it.
Yeah, should be doing my job.
Get your mark out. What the hell did I do with that list?
That's only one.
When Kirsty, when Slurpee comes back,
I'm here.
Oh, I don't know if you want to start chucking these mocks up there, mate. Just do mine like last, so I can try and find this list. What we're going to do?
I'll do yours first, if that's okay.
Yeah, I get stuck into it.
Freaking hell's that?
Dun. Where's it at? Oh.
Did anybody else make a list of these mocks, or these mock titles, or was it just me?
Surely rock out with your mock out is the winner anyway.
No, I know that, but I mean the guys all had their ideas, but I wrote them down and I left it on the desk. Why? I was only last week. I don't know. I'll have a look for it in a bit. Okay, talk us through this and what are we looking at?
So this is my mock of choice. I'll talk about the mock create first. Hyperlight Bricks. Only recently sort of became aware of him, and I know he's done a Brick Connection episode of Ostif, so I'm pretty sure he's good pals.
Whoa.
This guy just does sort of smaller scale mocks, as we can see here, but he documents them through YouTube, and this was sort of like the final mock of an Andor series where he made like different small scenes like this for each episode. And obviously we know Andor is loved to bits by me, so anytime I can see it in Lego form, I'm all for it. And I just think this scene's captured perfectly. Like the Andor, the sort of the setting in this episode, it's like it's a bit dark, it's a bit dingy. The colours of the buildings are bang on. Just the parts usage for the minifigures, because obviously they're not official minifigures. Like when the band are playing for Marva's funeral, B2's there obviously playing the hologram. I just think it's done so well, and there's just so much detail in a smaller scene, and you don't need with a mock, you don't like bigger isn't always better, and these are the sort of scale of mocks which I enjoy more than the big ones. So it's just captured everything. Like you can also see like Luthen sort of, you know, hiding away in that alleyway.
Oh yeah,
I've just worked out what it is.
It's just brilliant. I love the colours.
how have they done the big hologram of Marva? How's that been done?
Well, that would just be like probably done on Photoshop or something, wouldn't it? That would be done afterwards. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
well, I thought that was like I didn't think it was actual Lego, but I thought it was a piece of paper actually floating there.
no.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go, lads. All right. So see you. Good show. See you.
All the best,
man.
Mickey.
Take care.
But yeah, just sort of I just love how it's captured the episode so well, and it's, you know, all the hidden details. I think he's hit the nail on the head, and I've chose this mock because again, the creator of the mock, like I say, I've recently been made aware of him, and I've been binge watching all his YouTube series. So yeah, it's just relevant for me at the moment, and yeah, just absolutely love it. It's the colours. I know I keep banging on about colours, and again, this isn't just Lego, it's Andor in specific. I just love that sort of setting. The Rebel characters look fantastic as well. Obviously, the Imperials are Imperials. They always look menacing. And yeah, I'm quite glad I picked this one first.
He's captured it really well. Because this is going off the subject of the actual mock, but it's still kind of relevant. How Star Wars does have a very good knack of creating these kind of worlds, or, you know, desert planets, or, you know, whatever planets, systems, and people being able to recognize them easily, because not just because, well, mostly because of the color and the theme, but like it would have been very easy for them to do something here that just looked like any other planet we've seen before, but somehow they've managed to do it where you can almost identify this straight away. So if you were walking, you know, saw a snippet just like this, even if the Marva wasn't there, and maybe even if the minifigures weren't there, I'd be able to work out where this was. I wouldn't be able to tell you the planet, but necessarily, but
you could tell it's Star Wars.
Yeah, well, yeah, but not just that, but they've always done, Star Wars itself have always done a very good job of making each system, each planet, like quite recognizable, but also somehow have its own sort of theme and feel and vibe. Yeah, you know, even like Jakku in comparison to Tatooine, where there was subtle differences. They're not just another desert planet. And like I said, when they did, that's another reason why I think Andor was so successful, because they were able to do that and replicate that. But obviously, this guy's done a good job of then replicating that into Lego as well and captivating it quite well. But you were saying about these figures not being official Lego.
No, I mean, like, I meant like they're not official Andor characters. The parts will probably be official Lego parts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So how he's made like the band when the band are playing, it just looks perfect. And obviously those colours, they just like, for all the you know, all the civilians, it just screams off that sort of era of Star Wars, doesn't it? Timeline.
That vibe and that.
Yeah, it just brings you straight to it. And
I love the way they've done the roofs.
Yeah, those satellite dishes look awesome as well. Yeah, just the little details and stuff. See that, like, I've done a few mocks in my time, and I tend to do ships over buildings. But when it comes to like the Greeblin, no, you see a mock, and every day you seem to see a new way where they've done something, where they've used those kind of rocket pieces on the side of that building with the slope. I mean, the fact that they've done that slope on the side is already amazing. But he's added those two like kind of light fittings or whatever they might be, and then added a couple of pieces. Just added like, what was it, 4 different pieces together to make a new an element that probably has never been done before. Same with the satellite dishes, where he's just used those 3 elements, put them together, and made a really effective looking satellite dish. And then you can see the fencing sword pieces on top of those, 2-3 pieces there, and it's just like having the ability to be able to just see pieces, put them together, and make it look like something else is the bit that I always struggle with when I'm doing mock. You know, you're building wings, you're building a cockpit, you can fit a figure in, you're building some guns, whatever. I wouldn't say it's easy, because obviously there's varying levels of that as well. But in comparison to creating a scene, a vibrancy, and like things that are real life, i.e. like satellite dishes and chimneys and rooftops and stuff, that's a completely different board game. And
You've got to have
see
real
stuff,
good knowledge of part usage, haven't you?
Yeah.
So all credit to iPod Bricks here to understand which parts you can use to make small effects, and I think you've got to be really skilled in your craft. So, and buildings always stand out to me more than ships. Like when I'm looking at Star Wars, Mark, I'd rather see something like this than a ship. Yeah, just
like even that door. Can you see the door there down in the corner behind the ginger fella? I don't know what he's done there, but he's used a couple of different pieces somehow to create the appearance of like a door, but with like depth to it and stuff. And I'm thinking, I can't even work out what the hell he's done to make it look like that. But it's really effective, and it's just, and you won't see that anywhere else. Mostly because he's probably just made it up as he went along, but also because other people can look at it and be like, I don't know how to replicate that, even if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So, and just that kind of stuff, I've got so much time for that kind of thing. And this is the kind of thing where again, if you ever get a chance to go to Brick World, but any event that shows off mocks, you could spend so much time and I did this with a couple where I just spent like something that's even as small as this. I spent so much time just looking at it, and I wasn't looking at it as this is a reflection of Andor, because I can see that and take all that in 30 seconds. But in terms of seeing like, how has he built this? What's he done there? What's in this room? How has he got that angle like that? I'd have to sit there for an hour probably and look at it.
I'll tell you what else is cool on this as well. He's got like, because obviously in Andor, when Bix has been like captured by the Imperials, you can see her in the top left window of the on the left, and it's just it's just like the hidden details he's put in, and I just think he's captured everything that this scene has in the actual show. Yeah. So to see it in Lego form is it's brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, it is good. Yeah. Did you say? Luthen's there. I was going to say I can see Andor, Cassian, but I didn't see Luthen. But yeah, I can see him. He's there. Yeah, and just the Imperials, the guy up there with his binoculars, sort of looking down and assessing what's going on and stuff.
And yeah, we've got Dead Ramiro obviously back. Just perfect.
Yeah. No, I don't. Can't even begin to imagine how he's come up with that kind of slope piece, but. I don't know. It's just sometimes I look at this and I'm like,
"What
is that Lego? Is that Lego?" Yeah, it just puts a whole new thing.
The way Bex is looking out is so sad. She's not even like looking in the direction of the parade, like, or the funeral.
Yeah. I need to rewatch it, I think, and just to appreciate it a little bit better, because I remember these scenes were pretty good in the streets where it kind of kicks off.
I must say, I didn't appreciate it as much on the first time watching it through. It was only watching it the second time through, and I actually took more time in concentrating on it when I really started to get the love for it. So if you haven't rewatched it yet, I would definitely recommend doing so.
Yeah, and it's unusual for me not to, because I normally would. When they used to kind of air at midnight or whatever it was, I used to stay up, watch it, and then I'd get home from work the next day, watch again. This is just one episode now, even if they weren't all released at the same time. And then once the full season was available, or once I'd watched all the episodes, or whichever might come first, I'd then watch it back to back. And I've done that with every other show apart from, I think, Book of Boba Fett. And both the series of Andor, which is shocking because the Andor series, I really enjoyed them both. So the fact that I haven't done that is kind of, and I keep seeing clips of like the prison and some of the clips in the prison. I'm just like, I need to watch this again. And it's just trying to find the time, just like everything else, I guess. But
yeah,
no, great mark, mate. And the thing is, this is ripe as well, doing anything from Andor, because not only have Lego not done a lot to cover, what is really a lot. I mean, there's more content in Andor season 1 than there is in the original trilogy, if you think about runtime, right? And the same with any of the TV shows I get. But of course, a lot of them explore worlds that have already been explored. So, like, if you wanted to do a Book of Boba Fett mock, you generally got characters we've already seen in mocks or scenery we've seen, whatever. Do you know what I mean? You could not saying you did add any original ideas to be had, but But with this, it's so untapped because even within the mock world, I don't see a lot of people touching it, which is bizarre to me. But I don't see a lot. I can't even remember the last time I even saw a mock that was related directly to Andor. So no, this is a good pick, mate. Really good pick. I almost like yours better than mine. It's because you've gone Star Wars, see, and I tried to break outside of Star Wars, at least for the first one.
I was gonna, but then I was watching like this on YouTube at the time when you asked, and I thought, oh, this is just it's relevant and fresh in my mind.
So let us know in the chat, guys, if you're watching. What do we think of this? Give it a mark out of 10. You know, and of course, you guys will get to pick the winner of the 3 mocks anyway, but it'd be nice to just hear your thoughts. And once Slurpy's lined up his, we'll read some of the comments out. Oh, you got it ready, yeah?
Mine is a lot smaller, and it's a bit more. It's really small, actually, and it's related to Fallout 1, the first game.
Sick.
Oh, right, Chris. Okay, well, while you're getting that ready, let me just catch up with the chat because I'm conscious that Whitkey's not here. Cool, I've had enough of mince pies. Cool Hand eats a second mince pie. I actually ate 3 in that time since complaining, but because they've still got to be eaten. The one thing you'll get to know about me is that the only thing one thing that will never happen with me is I'll never waste anything. So even if I don't like it, I'll still eat it because I don't want it to go in the bin either. So I'd rather me have it and not like it than the bin eat it. So great Andor mock. Lego Star Wars fans when they see color. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I think that's why that mock works really well because it's a break from the grey. So well shouted, Ultra. Oaktown's back. Oaktown, let me know if you want the link. Obviously, it's a boys episode, so you're more than welcome, mate. But make sure you come with a mock. Joel's out there. True Squadron's out there. Kennedy, how we doing? Speaking of mocks, this is we need to get Kennedy on the show at some point. This mock is. Well, actually, I'll say this now. Actually, I don't normally call people out this, but I did actually reach out to him a while back before Christmas, and I just nothing back. So Kennedy, if you're watching, mate, if you would like, I'm not going to pressure people. I ask once, and I assume they're either busy or they don't want to come on. But I'm also calling you out on the stream, so so that kind of negates that. But if you'd like to be on the show, mate, we'd love to have you. The mock is so good. Currently rewatching season 2, and it's amazing. Yeah, I need to watch it again, definitely. So people saying hello to each other. So yeah, so let's move on then. What we got? What are we looking at here?
This is the main villain from Fallout 1, the Master. If you just look at this top image, you're like, what the fuck? But you have to kind of use this as context. This is what he looks like. He's like a man morphed into a machine. Yeah, it's like
it kind of looks like something between Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the main Dalek guy. The Dalek has got no lid.
That's is he not called the Master as well?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Watch it.
Freaky looking. But this is it's disgusting. But this
is kind of what Whitkey looked like on the plane over to Chicago.
Flesh melting off him. Yeah.
He's like, oh, not very well. You didn't throw away my cookie, did you? Anyway, go on. Yeah.
Oh, but that's what he's sitting in there. I don't know if you could see. It's really it's such an old pixel game. Oh, right. It's a pure
like
mess.
A turret, is it?
Yeah, it's kind of a podium that it's like a computer podium, but he is melted on the computer, and there's 2 machine guns on top. And I thought the way that they did it at this scale was pretty good. Actually, more than good. I liked how they tried to implement a melted head with. I'd imagine that's like rubber bands, the red and the
what is that?
Kind of tan. Well, he's supposed to. Licorice. Yeah, it's not even the rubber bands. It's like the stuff they use for, like seals on a pirate ship.
Oh,
those. So but they are rubbery. Yeah. Oh, it's everything here. I think the only thing.
What's going on next to his head? What's that? sort of
that wee circle thing. I think is supposed to be the eyeball.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to work out what it's made from. How is he made that? What is that? What am I looking at?
See. I don't know. It's probably just a 1x1 tile.
Yeah, well, even the bit just underneath it as well. I can kind of see the parts, but I'm just curious with things like this. Is that just like a Lego arm underneath it? Just like a flesh color Lego arm next to his head underneath the grey bit with the eyeball on.
There's a hand that's holding it. I think from the back. See, this guy doesn't have a lot of images. I think for this mark.
Yeah, I'd like to see that from another angle to kind of appreciate it more. But no, it's still, it's a creepy looking thing, isn't it?
No, I thought they did it really well.
What faces he used there as well? I kind of feel like I recognize that face. But yeah, no, it's see this bit directly underneath it kind of looks like the side of a minifigure, just the actual arm without a hand piece in. Maybe I'm just looking around. Or is it? Is it a duck?
It's not the one piece arm. No, that is the one piece arm rubber.
No, I don't know, but I think this piece and this piece here is a duck, and he's put something on the top of it. Is it a duck?
Think so?
Piece? Yeah, it looks like the body of the duck. So you can underneath, you see where the dot is in the black thing. Directly underneath, you can see kind of like what should be the chest, and then it kind of goes up at the back where the wings are. I think that's a duck.
Yeah, you're right. What the?
But in a flesh color, like, or I mean, it kind of looks yellow now. I'm looking at it, but that's because I think it's a duck. I don't know, but yeah, great part usage either way because it's. I mean, so obscure though. So obscure, like you haven't got to worry about banging this mock out and being like, "Oh, someone else beat me to it." Do you know what I mean? It's so obscure, like so.
I mean, they've done this guy's done so many kind of Fallout mocks. Most of them they seem to be on Reddit. I'll probably feature them as well, but they're all one photo. That's it. And the way he's done the Vault Dweller too is pretty good.
Yeah, because you were about to say the only non-Lego piece is that I
think the gun's cut off. It's like the normal blaster, but I think he's tried to make it into like a 9mm.
Yeah, you're right. He's taking the thing off. Yeah.
But this stock looks like there's a lot going on in a small build, which it needs it. Do you know what I mean? It looks class. Like it. Now you know where it's from. You think, oh, this looks really good. And I'm gonna be banging on about colours all the time, but I just love the different colours on the actual build. It's just refreshing to see, and it's such a difficult thing to try and put into Lego form. Yeah. So to have like. And again, I mentioned it earlier, like the knowledge of parts usage, which always intrigues me because that's something I would just be, clueless with when doing something like this. Like, how do I make, what Lego pieces can I use to make this? And they've done a really good job. It just really interests me how people know what Lego pieces to use. So big credit to whoever made it.
It's also freaky, like knowing that that's all flesh, at least in game. Like it's just, it's all melted. Like, and they've kind of matched it as well as they can. Like trying to make the head look like it's melted on a computer.
Yeah. This kind of makes Jabba the Hutt look like a handsome young devil, doesn't it? So
also, he's voiced by Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, is it?
What do you call him?
I know the guy you're talking about. I can visualize his face as well.
What's he called? Winnie.
That's going to annoy me now.
Jim Cummings. Oh, what a name!
He does quite a lot. He does like the what's in Alice in Wonderland? The cat.
Yes.
And a few other characters. Well, quite a lot of characters actually, but I know, yeah.
Jim Cummings, yeah.
He voices Hondo.
Oh yeah. Wow, that guy's going around a bit, isn't he?
Oh, he's done.
Yeah, this is kind of creepy. But you're right, though. I mean, that telephone piece that he's used doesn't even look like it's connected to anything. It looks like it's just being kept there by those two wires.
It's probably connected to like some sort of one.
Oh no, yeah, I think it is actually. You're right. No,
like
it just looked like
probably
it was
truding.
Yeah, yeah. No, interesting, really interesting. This will be up. Padawan's a Fallout guy as well, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
it's class to see Fallout stuff in Lego form as well, and obviously we don't get that. So to see it represented in mocks is refreshing to see.
So yeah, let us know in the chat, guys. What are we thinking? So far, what are you thinking is tickling you? It's tickling your fancy.
Shall we whip yours out, Coolhan?
Yeah, just
whip it out on there, and then I'll talk about my mark at the same time.
I will say, like the background is still black, but I'll get the image up after our video. Sorry, on Instagram.
I think it's because I sent it to you after removing the background, so you can see you've lost loads of the detail here as well. So that picture is not crisp at all. This is what happens when you send pictures via WhatsApp. See, that's the thing. It just
I could have bet my house on you putting a mech in.
Yeah, well, I like mechs, but I wanted to try and steer away from Star Wars.
This does look class, to be fair.
So look, I'm a huge Firebird sort of a stan, if you want to call it that, for Firebird bricks. I've had the chance to speak to the guy in person briefly at Brick World, and he's agreed to be on the show. So hopefully we can get him on the show very soon. I've even got an idea for if he comes on the show. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do, hopefully, if it ever happens, obviously. And this is the kind of thing I want you guys to come up with in terms of who you'd like to see on the show and what would work. So for me, I was thinking we could take his mechs and then some of his favorite Lego mechs and then verse them against each other. So pit them against each other in like a brackets or something. So we can have the ones that he's physically created, his own mocks, and then like some of the best Lego ones of any license, and then pit them together and see what prevails. That would be awesome. But yeah, so this is Firebird Brick. Shout out to him. A Sauron mech, which again, like I like what I like about mocks is originality, and we've seen that on all three of these so far. So obviously it's original anyway because it's a mock. But what I mean is he's doing something that all of these mocks have done something that Lego probably won't ever do. I think this one's probably more likely, if I'm honest, than the other two.
Yeah.
But there's that they're trying to do something where, and it is kind of a shame. It might not be for this reason, but a lot of people went, and I've thought the same thing when I've created mocks, even though I've never got to the point of really showing them off, is I'm trying to do something that I know or is less likely other people would have done. It's a lot less mainstream. And the reason I say that is because the first ever mock I did is Riot Mars Starfighter from the beginning of season 2 of The Mandalorian. And I saw it in a sort of clip and built it before I'd even seen that episode, just based on some images. And I was so chuffed to show it off on Facebook group I was in. But by the time I'd done that, even though the episode hadn't aired yet and we'd not seen it in full, it was just like dozens and dozens of people had done the same thing. And of course, it being my first, it wasn't the greatest. And obviously there's people on there who'd been building mocks for years. So it was almost kind of like, like when you made something like,
mate.
Yeah, no, but it was just like, actually, I'm kind of embarrassed of mine now. Do you know what I mean? Because in comparison, and I know comparison is the thief of joy, but still, it's that kind of so I think there's always something in a mock builder's mind to be like, let's do something that's not going to be comparable or derivative of something else. So I like that originality in mocks anyway, but the fact that he's kind of tapped on something, I mean, Lord of the Rings itself isn't necessarily trending at the moment, but because of the new sets coming out, because of Lego picking up the license and got a little bit more planned or on the agenda for it, and of course You know, we've had the Sauron's helmet kind of released or whatever, teased at the moment or whatever. We've seen the images. It just seemed relevant to do this. So I just thought it was really good. And of course, these mechs aren't that's a good thing about these mechs. They're not supposed to necessarily look like the character. It's supposed to be like, you know, an exaggerated mechanized version of a character. Like if Sauron, you know, happened to be in,
it looks like a beefed up version of Sauron, doesn't it? Which, you know,
well, this is it. So I always think of, you know, if Sauron was in Pacific Rim, what would he look like? Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Because it's that kind of style. But I think it's really well done. Obviously, I reached out to him and said to Caleb and said, look, can we play your video? I mean, and it's Instagram, so I know we don't need to get, like, you know, permission to show these, but I always still like to reach out to people anyway. But so I just think cool. There is a video showing the process how we made it. I don't think that's really relevant, but no, really cool. And I think there was a video where, I mean, I don't know whether the coloring. No, that's a different question. But no, I thought it was really good, really exciting. You know, they used that cloak piece, I believe, is from the Darth Vader brick. What do you call it? Buildable figure. That's it. Yeah. But yeah, just no. I'm like I said, I'm standing for pretty much anything that Firebird bangs out. But because this is Lord of the Rings, I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings guy. It just kind of, yeah, I thought it was nice. So
Sauron's a menacing character, and this mech is menacing. Like, if you saw that on a shelf, your eyes would draw to it. It's got shelf power, hasn't it? Already.
Well, I would sooner buy that than the helmet, because I'm not a big fan of the helmets anyway. But I think that for me, for my personal kind of, you know, it's from the Batman one. Sorry, not the Darth Vader one. My personal preference in terms of what I like to display, what I enjoy to build, and what I think look good. Those kind of three elements of any kind of collection will always be a mech over a stagnant looking helmet anyway. But no, yeah, well done to him, and that's my entry. So I don't know whether you want to, you know, keep it with just those three and put that out to the chat as it is, or do we want to wait, see if anyone else pops in? In fairness, I don't think any of the hosts mentioned they were able to come or were going to pop on. So
CJ's texted me and said he might be able to come on in a bit.
Well, we'll leave it till he appears or doesn't appear, because obviously we've got plenty of time at the moment. But if we haven't heard from him by about past, we'll check it out for the guys. And of course, we don't have the recency bias then, because I don't like putting things up as soon as it's on, because this is the most recent one they've seen. So are we able to, Slurpee? I know this is kind of asking a lot. Are you able to kind of create just an image with just the three of them sitting on?
Yeah, just give me a couple of minutes and I'll get them loaded up.
They don't have to be floating, but just so they're all on one screen. So just before we put the poll up, we can just remind people of the three that we discussed so far.
True Squadron, by the way, he'd love to come on. So
what's up, Liam? How are you, lad?
We've got to get him on.
Yeah, I'd love to have you on here, mate.
Love you, bro.
He reached out in August. He didn't even know that. Do you know what? That happens to me quite a lot, because I find I get two things when I message people. I either get a response straight away, which starts, you know, opens up a conversation and it's back and forth, especially if I'm reaching out to people who I haven't met or whatever. Obviously, in Kennedy's case, we had met. But the other thing that happens is people kind of either don't see it at all or read it and never reply. And I always think to myself, why is that? Like, do they not like me? But I know it does happen. It's never happened to me, at least not that I'm aware of. But I know it does happen, because I've had plenty of times I've messaged people and they've been like, oh my God, I didn't see this message you sent me a year ago. So, yeah, just goes to show how much busier your Instagram is than mine. Was that, mate?
I would just put it down to maybe being Welsh, but
yeah, they don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. Like, so, can I get the link to join? You can, Oaktown, but Oaktown, do not come empty-handed. Make sure you come with a mock. And it can be your own. But it doesn't have to be Star Wars, as you've probably now noticed. Sorry, mate, I wasn't checking the chat. Once I've started the stream, I tend to not check the chat. So
Bet it be Ninjago. Just need a slash, BRB.
yeah, I just want to test something as well because there's a new thingy on. Let's see if this works. Have I got to put Matthew or can I put Slurpee? There's a new feature on StreamYard where if you put @ and then the host's name
Sorry about that.
in the private, if you put @ and then the host's name in the private chat, so @ Slurpee, and then I put a message, it'll pop up on the screen, but it'll pop up on the screen for you to see.
Yeah.
But without looking at private chat, it should just pop up on your screen. Did it come up?
For me, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Can you do one to me so I can see what it looks like?
Right, let's see.
So go in a private chat. As soon as you do @ it'll give you an option of whoever else is on the screen at the time. And then that if you wanted to say to Whittaky, don't mention Martin's mother, not coming to the wedding or whatever. Right, what should I get? Where would it pop up? I can't see anything.
Well, I sent it.
Where did it pop up for you? Where did it appear? Just like in the middle of the screen, or?
Yeah, at the top, middle top. I'll do it again.
Do it again. Perhaps I wasn't looking. I got it in full.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ah, sweet. Right, let's try. I'm going to try it with Nimble now. He doesn't know what's going on. Nimble saucepan.
What? Name dropping me.
No, wait. Watch your screen. Ready? Look at your screen. Supposed to say play, not lay. But can you see it?
I can, yeah.
So in private chat, if you want to get the attention of just any other, that didn't come up on yours, then, Slopey, did it?
No, but I can still see it in the private chat, but I didn't get it.
Yeah. So
what's the content here?
Yeah, what's happening?
So the idea is if you want to communicate with, say, Slurpee without me seeing or the chat seeing, if you go in private chat, press the @ symbol, it'll automatically give you the options whoever else is in the stream, and then write a message. It'll just pop up for just them to see. Not that you want to do that, but I'm just saying it's just a new feature. StreamYard always launch these new features every week, and I either don't get a chance to read them or I forget. But that one seemed to stick with me for whatever reason. I thought it was quite interesting. But what's happening, Liam? Same here, instant response or crickets. Yeah. And speaking of which, Ken, I know that you're probably keen to get on this bandwagon with the charity thing. And I did have some time off this week, but I was a bit busy with some other stuff. So my fence blew down, believe it or not. So I had to try and get a tradesman out to get it fixed ASAP. But I will reach out to you, mate. So essentially all I'm going to do is I'm going to create the invite. I'll run it by you first, Ken, and then we're just going to send it out to the people who, friends of the show or who helped us out last year, or which is essentially both. But and then I haven't had anybody reach out to me. I did say to anybody, you get first pick of slots if you come to me first. Nobody did, so they missed their chance now. So I'm going to send the invites out, and it'll be first come, first serve in terms of replies. But I'll run that by you first, and that's all I'm going to do in terms of reaching out to people. I put all the information in one message, and then start filling the slots. Because I'm old school, I'm not going to use a spreadsheet or any of that because I wouldn't know how to, but I'm just going to write it down, 2-hour slots, and then just literally fill it in. And then I'll just start trying to do some promotion on Instagram. So if there's anything, Ken, that you feel like you could add in terms of making that look more user-friendly, then I suppose that's where you're going to come in, I guess. And of course, obviously sharing everything. So,
what do you show us it?
Yeah, hit the like button, guys. I know I always forget to ask. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And check if you've subscribed as well, because you'd be surprised how long some people have been watching before, but they realize they've never subscribed. Lord of the Rings isn't for me, Mayo. But can you appreciate that mock, though, Mayo, at least? If I had to choose to collect a third theme, it would be Lord of the Rings. Got to rewatch the films again. It's been a while. I went to see the 3 Lord of the Rings films, the main 3 Lord of the Rings films, extended editions in the cinema recently because they were re-showing them in my Odeon, and I've got Limitless, so I do pay, but I pay monthly to just go as much as I like. And I watched them, and it was one a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back to back. And I tell you what, it was a hard slog getting through them because I think one of them's over 4 hours long. But it was really, it was fantastic to watch again in cinema. When I had my 3 lined up in my kind of Odeon app, if you like, ready to sort of my seat picked and everything, I sent a screenshot of that to Padawan as if to say, like, yeah, check this out. But it was good. It was, obviously I went on my Todd, but no, it was good. But it was just frustrating to me because the first night I was a little bit slow for the first one, and a lot of people want to watch the first one, and it wasn't as busy for the second 2, but it seemed to be the same people. And I sat sort of closer to the front where I wouldn't have wanted to go. But for the other 2, I was at the back in what we class as our normal seats, because there's like 3 seats together, so you're unlikely to have somebody, a weirdo, sit next to you. So I picked the seat I want, and there was 2 people booked in for the 2 seats behind us, which again I normally would pick them because you got the back, your back is to the wall, and then me and Kirsty are there. Anyway, so I got this seat, right? These 2 people come in behind me. I don't know whether it was a guy and a girl or 2 guys. I couldn't really work it out, but they sat behind me and talked, right, all through the trailers, whatever. Okay, that's fine. It's only the trailers, fair enough. But then as the film's starting, obviously it's quite loud and there's a lot of sort of, there's a lot going on the screen, so it's difficult to your attention to be taken away. But I was just conscious of the fact that I think one of them, let's just pretend it was a guy and a girl. The girl had never seen it before. The guy wanted to explain what was going on. And I was just like, shut the fuck up. And it was just talking constantly, and then just not necessarily talking loud or making, but just like I was just aware of a conversation going on. Not even like, this is my favorite bit, or this is my favorite character, or Boromir is such a
probably talking about what they want for dinner or something like that.
No, I felt like he was explaining the movie. And like me and my daughter watch films, and my daughter's like science fiction, right? She's really got into science fiction. So she likes watching films that are a little bit like I wouldn't let her watch something that's, not good for her. But with science fiction, a lot of it is to do with kind of the themes being quite complex more than anything else in terms of the rating. So like Interstellar, for example, there's nothing in there that's not suitable for a child, but I think it's like a 15. So I said to my daughter, look, you can watch Interstellar because I know it's because the themes are complex, but I know she'll understand them to some degree. But even I had to like watch it a couple of times before some of the things kind of went through. So I can understand she wants to watch it and she wants to kind of understand what's going on. So I pause it and say, look, this is, it's this, that, the other, it's a time loop, whatever. And she kind of gets it then, because it really blew her mind when they went down to the planet, because they're getting a homing signal from there, and they've gone through the black holes. They landed down on the planet from this other astronaut who'd landed on the planet 10 years earlier. They landed on the planet, and 10 years later, but the astronaut had only been on the planet for like 20 minutes, if that makes sense. And she was just like, wait, what? And then they got back up to the ship, and the guy on the ship had aged by 30 years in the hour they were down on the thing. And she was just like, wait, what? But once I explained it to her, she got it. But obviously, if you're sat in the cinema watching that, that's going to blow your mind. And she'd be like, and she's going to spend the rest of the film thinking about that one point and then lose track of everything else. So I can understand in a situation like that, but I wouldn't take my daughter to cinema to watch something like that because it's rude to other people. But that's what this guy was doing. He's essentially going, oh yeah, in the book, probably. I'm not saying that's what he was saying because I couldn't hear him. I was just conscious. It wouldn't even be so bad if I could hear the conversation, because at least then
just told him to fucking move.
Yeah.
Well, no, I did something that I always do instead, which was turn around and just stare until they shut up because they could see me looking. But at the same time, like people say this all the time, go and tell someone, go and complain and tell someone. Well, then I'm missing the movie. Second of all, you go out, come back in, and then a person comes in and goes, oh, somebody's complained, and then they know it was you. So it kind of defeats the object. You may as well do it yourself. But I don't want to disturb if I turn around and say something to them loud enough so they can hear it, that's disturbing other people. And I'd rather me be disturbed than other people be disturbed, especially if you know what I mean. So I'm just like, it was just doing my head in that it felt like he was just saying, if you watch in the book, Boromir only gets shot with 4 arrows rather than 3, like in the movie, or some bollocks like that. One of those knobheads. That's what he felt like. But the worst part about it, and they did this 2 nights. So Return of the Two Towers and Return of the King, he did the same thing, same people. The worst part about it, the movie's 3 hours and 40 minutes, say roughly average the last 2, because I think one's 4 hours, one's about 3 hours 20, whatever. An hour before the end, they leave. They just get up and leave and don't come back in. So they did that in the first one. I'm thinking, what did they not know? I mean, even the normal version wouldn't have finished by now. I'm just saying, do they not know the fuckers? So off they went, and I thought, oh well, it's a good thing. When I came in the next day and they were there again, I thought, oh, for fuck's sake. So they started talking. I did the same thing. I turned around and gave them, and they kind of shut up for a bit, and then they started again. I just thought, I just concentrate on the movie. I got the ability to switch off to it. I'm aware of it, but I got the ability to switch off, so it's not ruining my experience. But again, I'm watching it, and then all of a sudden, up they get, packing their bags, and off they go. An hour before the end. But this time I went, thank fuck for that. As they went. And I was just like, what are you doing? Like, what? Even if you were going to talk through the movie and stay till the end, I wouldn't be as annoyed. But you're not even going to watch the whole thing. What's the point of you being there?
Cinema etiquette is really going down the shitter, in it. When I went to go watch Revenge of the Sith for the anniversary, I had to tell these lads to fucking pack it in. And I don't want to be that guy. But when I'm sat behind them and they're talking through it, and it's not even talking about the actual film, they're just talking bollocks.
It's the worst.
Fucking pack it in and move, or just shut up. And to be fair to them, they did shut up, but it's just like, I shouldn't have to do that.
No, I never understand why though. Like, I don't really see it that much, but whenever it happens, like when people are having a full blown conversation and they speak like hold on, you know, like I don't like adjust my volume when I talk. And some people don't do that in the cinema. They're just like, so that's why I crashed into them the day at work. It's like, bro, we're watching Marley and Me or whatever. Like, what are you?
It's not. Yeah, it's not even their indoor voice. Like, it's their outdoor voice. Indoors. Just
Papa
like everybody's got four voices. They've got their telephone voice, they've got their outdoor voice, they got their indoor voice, and they got their cinema voice, right? And some people just got no perception of that. So I want to look up this Kevin Spacey sci-fi movie. I can't remember what it was called. Sci-fi movie. Not that it really matters, but thank you.
Speaking of cinemas, have any of you seen that video when Oppenheimer was on in the cinema and someone farted when the bomb went off, and everyone in the cinema just started laughing? I wish something like that would happen to me when I'm in the cinema, because I would absolutely love it. I'd have to shake his hand. Nothing like that ever happens to me in public, and I'd love it.
The only time I've ever seen like an audience go cracked out was the Minecraft movie. Like we went to like one of the first showings on the first day, and I was expecting like this film's going to be shit. It kind of was like, but I didn't expect the audience to be clapping every time, you know, Steve like was wiggling his cheeks or whatever, and it was just like the most surreal cinema experience I've been to. But I wish people would fart all during the cinema, or like just scream or whatever once in a while. But
I want to feel immersed. You know what I mean?
Hi.
Solaris. It wasn't Kevin Spacey. It was really what's his name?
Clooney. Was it?
Clooney. So I went to see Solaris, which is a remake of a Russian movie, right? I think.
Andrei Tartakovsky.
Went to see Solaris. Terrible movie, right? Terrible movie. So thankfully it didn't really matter. But went to see this in Cardiff, right, when it came out, which I just want to see when it was, because it was a long time ago. Solaris, when did it come out? So don't go see the movie because it's a terrible movie. 2002, right? So I went to see this in the cinema in 2002, and me and my mate went. We used to get this thing called early bird discount. I think it was like £2 then. I mean, it was only like £3 or £4 to go to the cinema anyway, but it was about £2 back then because you're talking like a long time ago. And you'd have to go before a certain time, on a given day. So we'd have the same day off from work. He was work together, so we'd always go and check out a movie. So anyway, go to see this. Cinema's practically empty. There's hardly anybody there. There's probably about 10 rows of seats, but it's one of those where it's just a block of seats. There's no aisles. It's just stairs coming up and then seats. You've got to go right along. So just this block, quite an old-fashioned cinema. So just block. We're sat about 3/4 of the way up, dead middle. And it might be like a guy down here and a guy down there. So I hardly anybody there. Sat there. I want to say not even 3/4 of the way through the movie. I'd say less than an hour before the end. So like, 4/5 of the way through the movie or whatever it is. In come this crowd of about 9 East Asian chaps, and they all sit in the row right in front of us, right across. And I'm thinking, the movie's like almost ending. Why are they? So obviously they've paid for whatever the film's playing next, and they've thought, well, rather than, because we're here mega early, let's just watch the end of the movie that's in there. So they don't want to try and eat their dinner that they've brought with them. And I mean dinner, not snacks, not food, not a sausage roll, not a Burger King, a dinner, right, that you would have at home. I don't want to eat that during the film that I'm watching because it might ruin it for me. So I'll watch it in the film that other fuckers are watching that I'm not interested in seeing. And they sat there and every one of them opened up a bag of like, what I can only explain as Chinese food, like with trays and they got chopsticks, and each of them got 4 or 5 different trays. And because they were sat in the row right in front of us, and it's quite an old cinema, I can see clearly what each of them has got. And they got all these trays, and they're opening up all these things, and they're sharing. Oh, I'll try some of this beef, try one of these prawn. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to watch a film. Like, they just come in with a banquet, and they just sat there eating it, and they're just talking to each other as if they just sat at dinner. They're talking to each other the way I would expect us to talk at our wedding party or something. Like, oh yes,
that's terrible.
And I was just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So we were like, shh to them, and they just completely ignored us. Like, it's obviously different etiquette for them. And I say for them, I'm not, I'm not assuming they're from another country or they're obviously from them, but they're obviously in their culture, whatever. It just didn't make sense for them to, like, we're not watching this film. This isn't the film we've come to see. We're just eating our food here while waiting for our film. So there's nothing wrong with that in their eyes. It was just totally, just like, well, I'm so glad it was a shit film, or I would have been absolutely fuming. But I'm just like, who does that? Like, comes in with a full meal.
No, I've never seen it, but I've had mates that say like, oh yeah, I went to the cinema and some guy in front is eating like chicken curry, and it wouldn't have been too bad if it didn't smell horrible or whatever. Like,
see, I'm against eating hot food in the cinema. I think it's a no-go. I think that defies cinema etiquette. It's not fair on the people around you because it might smell brilliant to you, but if you're just chilling, you don't want to fucking smell someone's beef, do you? You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
There's an innuendo in there somewhere, but yeah. No, mate, I'll be honest, I have eaten food. Like, I haven't gone as far as eating like, something like that or a curry or, anything. But I have taken in like
3-piece meal, like,
I've taken in sausage rolls. I've taken in a KFC in the past. But first of all, I don't sit really close to people anyway. I'm still quiet with it and I'm still watching the movie. I'm not like chatting and things like that. But me and Kirsty have taken like biscuits and tea. And we've sat having a cup of tea. But again, it's not to do with what it is you're eating. It's about thinking about other people. Even if it, like I said, even if it was like I said, that KFC, for example, it's not like I was there like, throwing the bones around. I was still like,
I mean, some people
quiet,
like
what's up, Oaktown?
I looked at her, you lad.
I just think it's really rude when you're in a social environment like that. And you just bang out some hot food and just start eating it. Like, it's just,
like you right now?
Well, Cool, there's some cinemas in America. I've never done it, but you can pay for dinner to be delivered to you during a film. Like
that would get on my fucking tits.
If
like fucking Uber walk in up the aisle while I'm trying to watch fucking Revenge of the Sith
or Scooby Doo,
and they're peering over like, order number fucking 69. But fuck off, get out of here.
No, are you sure it's order 69, not 66?
Oh, you don't know what you're too.
Or
you're
67. No, I do know I do
yeah.
know the 69 joke. I'm just saying, like, if it's 66, you're probably going to get even more of a reaction if you're watching Revenge of the Sith.
If you're a delivery driver, just stay the fuck out of the cinema.
But like some chains have like they serve hot food, like some of the cinemas, like they're making their own hot dogs and all.
They? Fucking hot dogs or nachos with fucking chili beef on, and if I'm fucking tucking into not chili beef curtains, just chili beef. I'm tucking into fucking sweet and salty.
Clip that.
Sweet and salty popcorn. I don't want to smell your chili beef.
I'll tell you what, the one exception, we went to, when we were in New York, we went to a rooftop cinema, which was on the top of, I wouldn't say a skyscraper, but one of the tall, you wouldn't want to fall off it, but, you know, a tall building, and they got like an open air cinema there. Obviously, we went to New York in the summertime, so it was like sweating balls, but, so it was in the evening, and we watched, I think it was Dirty Dancing, I want to say. It was either Dirty Dancing, it wasn't Grease, yeah, it was Dirty Dancing.
When it had originally come out or after?
No, Christ, no, mate. I'm not that old.
How old do you think he is?
Yeah.
Well, you were born by then.
I don't know. It was the early 80s.
The movie's from 87, I think.
Yeah, I'd have been 7 years old, mate. I'm too young to watch it. But no, this was when we went to New York, 2002. So a couple of years back. But they were serving like varieties of hot foods. You could have like a pizza, and it came in a box. But the difference is, and they were delivering them to the seats and stuff. But the way it was set up, you kind of, for a start, it's open air, so the smells aren't that bad. But you kind of sat looking up at this big screen thing, and you don't really notice what's going on around you and on the ground. But it's part of the experience. But that's the only time I think, coming around with food and stuff. But I think I did go, I paid, I'm not sure whether it was IMAX, but there used to be something in Odeon's called Gallery. And I remember everyone saying, oh, do the Gallery, you pay X amount and you can help yourself to popcorn, you can help yourself to this, you can help yourself to... And I'm thinking, well, I'm not a big popcorn fan anyway. If popcorn left the earth tomorrow and you would no was ever able to eat popcorn ever again, I wouldn't lose a minute's sleep, right? Because I don't really care for it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan either.
But that I feel like you eat and eat and eat popcorn and just never fills you up. And it's, I don't know, it just seems boring and the same taste over and over again.
Yeah, but it's part and parcel of being at cinema, mate. You got.
Yeah, it is part of the experience.
No.
Yeah,
it's the experience.
Disagree. I get why you say that, right? But me personally, I disagree with popcorn. Like, it doesn't add anything to my cinema experience.
In front of you are talking because they're probably thinking this knobhead behind me scranning KFC, rustling wrappers.
Yeah,
I can't.
Fuck, does he have a leg to stand on talking about popcorn?
This bloke stinks of gravy.
Gravy. Oh, mate. No, but so what I'm saying though is that in this gallery experience, you can have as many soft drinks as you want. And I don't want to be sitting there. I don't drink a lot of soft drinks anyway. But the last thing I want to do when I'm just sat there, not moving, is drinking pints of Coke or any fizzy drink, because it gives you a bad stomach when you're stood up, or moving around. Never mind when you're just sat there.
You don't.
But anyway, I went to paid
going to the bog either, do you? Needing a piss.
Well, that's it. That's exactly it. So I paid for this gallery thing, and it was like and I was like, "How does it work?" She said, "Oh, you just anytime you want more popcorn or nachos and I think it was something else or drink, you just need to come up and get it." And I'm like, "What? Are you going to pause the film for me?" She went, "No." I said, "Well, I'm fucking missing the film when I go to get more popcorn. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense." Well, then they changed it then because a lot of people were complaining. So they were like, "Oh, no, if you let us know, we can bring more in for you." Well, that was even worse because I'm sat there watching it. People are walking across. "Oh, I'm going to get more popcorn. Oh, I'm going to get another drink." and they would come in to deliver it. And they come, "Oh, yeah, here's your popcorn. Oh, here's your..." And I'm thinking, "Oh, I can't fuck it. This is fucking stupid." So I paid more to have more distractions. It doesn't make any sense. I'd rather have nothing to eat. Give me a cup of water, and I would have been happy, and half the price. But I don't know. I don't even know how we got on to cinema experiences. So random. But the chat seemed to love it anyway.
Have we even talked about Lego yet? Oh yeah, we have.
I don't think so.
Yummy.
No.
Time to eat your cinema here.
We talked about the moss again.
Did
What are you eating, Slurpee?
People have to understand that this is our tea time in the UK.
This is
So,
supper.
you know, and not all of us, like Nimble, can live off a bag of Haribos during a stream. Like some of us have to actually eat a meal.
I've tried to stop eating sweets.
Mm-hmm.
We're grown men here.
Anyway,
Seb, talk us through your mock, mate.
have you got a mock, Seb?
Yes, I sent it to Slurpee.
Oh well, he's balls
Wow.
deep in some potato
Yeah.
at the moment.
I'm sorry. You may need to send it to Cool Hand.
Okay, I'll send it.
I'm balls deep in some pizza. Send it to Nimble. No one will ever get to see it then.
I haven't got the technical
Okay.
capabilities.
No, we can wait. We can wait.
Okay.
What's chat eating tonight? What's up, Porter?
Chat, what are you eating?
Yeah, what's up with the chat? What's up, Will?
I had a lovely steak and kidney pie today.
Oh,
I have to eat my dinner quite early, especially on a You should always be eating your dinner early on a Sunday, about 3 o'clock.
I already had mine at like
Dinner at 3?
half one. I
Yeah.
Sunday roast, Sunday dinner.
Yeah, you got to have while the
This
footy's
is
on.
tea. We've had dinner. This is tea.
This is our
Yeah.
snack. Nimble. Being Utan.
So you guys have like 4 or 5 meals?
8.
No, breakfast, dinner, then tea.
Oh,
What
okay.
about
You guys
second
don't have
breakfast?
lunch?
Yeah.
Well,
Second
lunch and dinner, the same thing, depending on what you want to call it. But people always say,
What
no,
the hell?
dinner is in the evening. And I
Yeah.
understand if you're in America calling it that, because obviously, you know, they just translated everything really poorly and took it over there and got everything mixed up. But when it comes to like my daughter was saying, it's not dinner. Dinner is in the evening. Lunch is in the middle of the day. I said, no. So what are those women that stand around in the school playground and tell you where to go and stuff? She went, oh, they're called dinner ladies. Why are they called dinner ladies? What are they doing there that time of day? Well, shouldn't they be in the playground in the evening? Oh, you know what I mean? You mean? I said, right. So what is it when you pay to take something packed or pay to have it at the school? She went, do you mean school dinners? Dinners? School dinners? What, you mean dinners that you're supposed to have in the evening? Why would you be paying to have them in the middle of the day? And she's like, okay, I get it. You made a point. That's why we call it dinner. Somehow.
We call it lunch over
What's up,
here. School lunch. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. And it's funny, actually, you say that.
That's weird.
It's funny you say that, Oaktown, because I want to show you this, because I thought this was something. I was going to send it to. I've got an idea for another new segment, which we'll launch once we've actually tried to launch this one properly. But it was just something I saw on Instagram, and I was like, this is, to me, quite funny for American viewers. So let me full screen myself for a sec.
Uh-oh.
Oh, will it? Right, let it. So, oh yeah, and fuck the MMDD year format. Makes no sense. It does make sense.
Yeah.
So there's our version, European version, and there's the kind of Asian version, and then this is the US version.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you. I kind of agree with you on that one. I mean, I'm used to the U.S. version, but in Mexico, it's kind of like in Europe. It's kind of like yours. It goes.
Oh, this is something else I want to show you, actually, Oaktown, which I thought was really interesting, just because it was Mexican. Have you ever heard anybody with a Mexican Scottish accent?
No.
Oh.
Right. So there was a girl on Instagram. I don't even know why I flagged up on my thing, but she's Mexican and Scottish, and she's just having a full-on conversation with the camera, and she's in and out of both, and it's really mind-blowing to watch. So let me get the.
Yeah.
And my dad's Scottish, and I always
Right.
That's Mexicana, and my dad's Scottish, and I always feel like I related more to Mexican Americans than I did to other British Mexicans or Scottish Mexicans. And I think that's because the main culture here, like the Mexican culture here, is from the south or from like Ciudad de Mexico, Guadalajara, como que the central belt kind of
Oh
down.
my god.
Whereas like finding a North Mexican here isn't really common. Even the culture here isn't common at all within the community. Like when you go to Mexican events here, masas cumbia sonidera, música así del sur, más salsa. Whereas like you'll never really hear like banda being played out with La Chona. Like that is the most you'll get in North Mexican culture here, and all these Mexican parties is La Chona. And you know what? I think we can get. I'm not complaining, but the only place I really felt at home was Texas, and I think it's as well because like my Mexican kind of culture, o sea, somos una familia humilde, y también en Escocia somos una familia humilde. Y pues en Europa la gente no tiene como like the mismo background. And the thing with Texas,
I can only
I was just
imagine.
I was like, wait, what's happening? I like just to go from those two strong accents, or what I would perceive as strong accents, back and forth like that is just absolutely mind blowing to me. And I was just like, wait, what? I'm so glad they had subtitles. I don't have a clue what she was saying.
Imagine how mind blown a Mexican would be going to Scotland for the first time.
Yeah.
Why do you think?
What a shithole.
Is Scotland ugly then?
Nah, Scotland's lovely. To
It's
be
just
fair.
sad.
It's fucking freezing.
Yeah, I've heard the only shithole in the UK is Birmingham.
No, well, you've been speaking to Wiki too much, mate.
It is, mate. Honestly,
I told you he wasn't slow. He could catch up.
Nah, to be fair, it is a shithole, Birmingham. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend coming out. Definitely not if you're used to sunshine in Mexico. It's always raining now. It's always bloody raining. But I think that's just a UK problem, isn't it? Like this January has been grim. I think it's pretty much rained at least for like 10, 15 minutes every day. So I think
this puts it into perspective. On this new laptop in the corner, I've got, I don't know how to get rid of it because I'm not really that interested, but there's like a little weather thing. Remember I was saying to you that it kept saying in the corner, there is a high chance of yellow snow, or there's a yellow snow warning. Because in the UK they do it like yellow, amber, red warning. So it was like there's a yellow snow warning. I'm like, really? You could have worded that better. Anyway, since I've been on the stream, I've seen the following: and this is telling me what the weather is like locally to me, or what's due. So it's got a picture of a moon saying 5 degrees clear. 10 minutes ago, it was -5 degrees snow. And then prior to that, it was, I think it was +8 degrees torrential rain within the time that the stream has been on. So it's just like, I know probably all three of those have happened. So just bizarre.
The weather.
So it's done from +8 to -6 to what again?
To -2 to 5 to +8.
Wow.
It's the weather this month has been, well, January was so depressing and wet. Like someone has to do a fucking wellness check on Mother Nature. Like it was so bad. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. It got pretty cold over here too in the Bay Area.
Yeah. What's cold for you there though? You have to wear trousers instead of shorts.
32 degrees.
Yeah, I guess so. And sometimes you do have to put on thicker sweaters. I mean, over here it gets to like in the winter, the coldest during the day is probably 33 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be like between 0 and 1 degree Celsius. Wow. So that's about the coldest it gets, like 0. Yeah. And at night, it might get under 32. So yeah, like around 0 probably is the coldest.
Yeah, fair enough. I didn't think it'd be that cold over there.
That's our summer.
Yeah.
Oaktown, do you know like it gets so hot in the UK and like people are not prepared for it that people die from it?
Wow, that's crazy. Like all over the UK?
Not like it's not like mass death. It'll be like every week, like 12 people died this week.
Wow.
Well, this is what people say about UK weather, or British weather in particular, is that it's not that it's bad. It's three things. One is that it goes from one extreme to the other. So like blizzard, snow, and even within a short space of time, heat waves. When I say a short space of time, it's not the next day, but over the course of a month or so, it's not a gradual thing. It's up, down, and like top or bottom. The other thing is that when it rains, it like rains either very, very heavy or rains sideways. So you only need to nip out across the road and you can get soaked. And the other thing is that it's just inconsistent. So you could be in the summer, in the midsummer, and every day could be a scorcher. And you could be like, oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday's been scorchers. I'm going to plan to go and do something on Friday, go out for the day. Pisses down all day. Saturday, scorcher again. And just like you can't, it's just unreliable more than it is bad necessarily. And obviously that's why we can't.
Our weathermen are like, they have like the lowest success rate ever. It'll be like, here's the weather forecast for the next 7 days, and they're like 112% wrong. It's like they'll predict a normal day, and then it's like, oh yeah, we have to correct that because a meteor shower fucking wiped out Slurpee's hometown. But they'll be snow in half an hour, and then half an hour later, oh sorry, it's torrential ice. They're like, what?
It's like finding a fart in the wind. Anyway, let's catch up on some comments. Yeah. Luke's looking forward to Bricktastic with the boys. When are you getting into Bricktastic?
He's coming on the Saturday.
Okay.
We should get stuff Bricktastic at some point tonight.
Yeah, let's do that next week.
On the thumbnail.
Yeah. He's back for the evening. Oh, there he's settling in. Hoda's out there. I know we did say hello, but Ali for what? Did you guys?
Oh, that was the Scottish Mexican woman.
Yeah. Oh, and while we're there, there was 3 things I wanted to show you. One was that.
What? Yeah. One was the like the way that they write the years and stuff like that. One was the Scottish Mexican, and the other one was what?
Yes, right. And I still can't get my head around this. It might not translate to TV, to your screen's the same, but that's 2 perfectly round circles. Can you see them?
Yes.
Now, you just can't track it, can you? It's just messing with my head. Like I can't help but see like a flower. Or
I at first I saw a flower, but then I was like, yeah, it is 2 circles. But yeah, it does have that illusion effect.
See, I love things like this because I'm like,
you look at some real shite, don't you?
I just get some random stuff because I spend so much time looking at stuff like this. Then I keep getting sent it then because that's the way the algorithm works. But it's just like, what, how? Yeah. Wonder what's like if your brain could talk to you, would be thinking, what's happening? But yeah, no
help.
But yeah, that was just while I had my phone out, I thought I may as well show you those bits.
Interesting, yeah.
So the new segment that I'm thinking of introducing is stupid shit. So something like that. Just something random, not Lego based at all. I mean, it can be, but try to steer otherwise because just as a breakaway from it, because we always veer off. We've talked about open air cinemas, popcorn, knobheads in the cinema. We talked about all sorts of stuff tonight, and I like that kind of thing. That's what Free-Balling's about. So if you've come here and you're gutted that there's not a large percentage of Lego talk, then you didn't get the memo about Free-Balling. But no, it'd be nice to have just a segment. Like at the end, 5-minute segment. What have you seen that's completely pointless and stupid this week? Or even it could just be a story, like one of those stories, like you're at the cinema and a bunch of guys came and brought an entire buffet with them or something. But yeah, it's called tea, just a British thing, or do American folk call it that as well? No, they don't call it tea at all. They think tea is actually like a cup of tea.
Yeah,
which it is. There is a tea that's a tea. And normally the British, what they do is if they've got a word that's used for 2 things, they just spell it slightly differently. But with tea, they didn't even do that. So you could actually be having tea for tea.
We know what we're talking about, though, don't we?
Yeah, it's just kind of somehow it just is in the British brainwaves. Like I can say I'm having tea, and the guys will know whether I mean, am I having tea or am I having tea? And somehow no. Making me hungry. Yo, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, guys. No popcorn for me, nachos and cheesy dip. So I just think nachos are just so overrated, and they're so loud as well.
No,
yeah,
I love
they're so
them.
overrated. I mean, I like
love
nachos. I'm not saying I don't like nachos. I'm talking about as a cinema snack. You know what I mean? So I have nachos all the time at home. I think it's fantastic. Kirsty just melts them in the air fryer, cheese, whatever, salsa and stuff on. But in the cinema, I don't get it. And you pay like £27 for a tray of nachos,
Wow.
a bucket of ice and soda, and that's not even including your cinema ticket. It's just stupid prices first. And I've seen people sneaking stuff in. I just walk in blatantly with them in my hand. I'm like, okay, I've got a flagon of cider and a KFC or whatever it might be. I don't care, because apparently there's this thing that in Britain, at least, I don't know about the US, but there's this thing in Britain where people are of this kind of urban myth or urban legend that you're not allowed to bring in your own stuff. But that's false, completely false. Because I even spoke to the manager and he was like, we don't care.
I think like it depends. Like our cinema would have a thing like you're not allowed to bring in. The only two things you're not allowed to bring in is alcohol and hot food. Like they don't care if I'm walking in with a bottle of water. Like I'll walk in with a Dr. Pepper and they're like, "Oh, what flavor are we drinking today, Matthew?" You know,
they know your name.
Oh, first, second, and third name basis.
Okay. There's only 3 people in this village, so and they're all called Matthew, so they can't go wrong.
Yeah, very Irish name, isn't it?
Oh, what did Jedi Master Brick? You boys after anything particular at Bricktastic set-wise? Just old classic space stuff. I'm actually kind of more into seeing what kind of shirts are being sold at Bricktastic. I'm into t-shirts, but.
Oh, Brick Hive's out there. I completely missed you, Hive. I don't know if the other guys saw you.
Listening while grocery shopping.
Yeah, man.
That's
a good comment. That's a good comment. Next time I'm in the cinema and I'm having issues, bring a dog. Just going to punch him out. He respects the franchise. Rivendell's a goated set. Good day. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to catch up. Mental note. Don't ask Cool Hand to explain a movie. Yeah, or a movie experience of any kind. Still very much work in progress. The whole back end needs sorting. I don't know what he's talking about there, but shut up, Muttley. See, Pink Wheels I missed as well. Guys, I'm terrible with this. This is why we need a Whittaky. Now I kind of feel bad for berating him for only having one job, because he actually does a very good job of keeping on top of the chat as well. So
why is Whittaky not here?
He's working. So if I've missed you guys, and if you've made some amazing comments, I do apologize, but I think I've covered everybody who's here. And let me just see. Lego Team B, Star Wars. Okay. I think I've caught up-ish. Pocket burgers. Nice. Dinner is the bigger meal. Tea is the lighter. So is lunch. So it's time irrelevant. Okay, I get that. Is calling it tea just a British thing, or do you American? Oh no, we already asked that question. Answer that question. What's that? Lots of congealed cheese and bread. Nice. I've heard Milton Keynes is lovely this time of the year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you guys talk about the Lego Crocs last week?
We did, mate. We absolutely rinsed them.
We rinsed them and then all pre-ordered them.
Who pre-ordered them?
All of us.
Who?
Yeah.
It's actually an essential now. You've got to wear it.
Yeah, it's written in the contract to be a host of the show that you've got to pre-order the Crocs, and you've got to be wearing them even if we can't see them during the when you're on the hosting the show.
Yeah.
We're going to be walking into like us three are going to be walking into fucking Bricktastic looking like these guys here. Like this is going to be us walking
but with the Crocs on. What the hell is that? That's not the three of you, is it? What's that?
No, there's a band called Primus, and that's from one of their music videos.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I've heard of them.
It's they're from San Francisco, I think.
Yeah, no, they're from the Bay Area. I know that for sure.
That's going to be us walking
A
in, like,
family
we've been
friend of
shitting on
mine is a
Crocs.
big fan of them.
Oh no, they're great. No, like we're shitting on Crocs Oaktown, and then like our Spotify Rap's gonna show most worn shoe of the year, Crocs.
How much time did Hoarder spend looking at that picture? I didn't have it up for that long. He said, "But if you cross your eyes and then uncross them and then cross them back and forth, they start moving." How long did I have it up on the screen? Did a good job of that, mate. Thank you. So Paddy's Sirius saying you're assuming I buy them at the cinema. Yeah, that's a good point. But I just don't think it's a great cinema snack in general. But yeah, definitely if you haven't paid that stupid price, then it's already hats off to you. So also my cinema is $4.70 a ticket. Yeah, mine I think is currently like $5, which is pretty good. But obviously, as long as like 3 or 4 times a month is like less than that for me. So Barradur, maybe GMB. Barradur, really? You're going to look out for Barradur at Bricktastic?
Barn door.
What's that?
Only if it's cheap.
Like, well, cool. And what are you hunting for? I'm actually not hunting for anything. I picked up near enough everything I wanted when I went to Brickworld, and it's still sat in its box. And in fact, some of it's still in the suitcase that I brought back from Brickworld. And I haven't unpacked that yet. So, I mean, I've taken my dirty washing and stuff out, but all my stuff that I picked up at Brickworld just went straight into the suitcase, and it's still sat over there. The only thing I've taken out of it is the Brick Dynasty hoodie that Ken brought for me because I've worn it. But other than that, it's all still sat in there. So it doesn't make sense to me. But I'm going for the laughs, for the interaction, for the streaming, meet with some people, and just to enjoy it, look at the mocks. If I see something that takes my fancy, I'm not going to say I won't buy it, but I'm definitely not going with anything particular in mind, believe it or not. Because even if I did see something there I wanted, by the time I get to build it, I probably could have got it cheaper. So
yeah.
What about you, JMB?
Figs as well. Then figs are easier to fucking carry around and get home. Like, I know I'll have my car anyway, so it's not really a problem. But I'm
just taking a school bag. Like, that's all I could take. I'm pretty sure my parking's more expensive than my flight. Like, that's how cheap I'm doing it. Like,
they're just sitting you in a paper plane, mate, and throwing it across. Like,
aren't you taking HMS Belfast?
No, fuck.
Yeah, they're the Irish. It's like, I need to get to London. You end up in like Londonderry.
I will not go there. Whoa.
Well.
Oh my god, no, it should be good crack. We should be hyping it up a bit more.
Pink Wheels has made a mock of a mushroom. So maybe Pink Wheels, you'll get selected one of these weeks as the mock of the week, and then we'll put them to a vote. Have we got Oaktowns ready? We'll do that. We'll put the vote out, and then we'll move on to Bricktastic.
Oaktown, can you send it to Coolhan?
Sure.
You send it to me, but I can't display it because I got to send it to my phone. It's a pain in the ass. Can you not send it to you? Are you able to do it now?
Not right now, just because I don't have it Instagram on the PC at the minute. But
if you send it to me, there's going to be a whole thing of me trying to send it to my. And it's going to be I'll end up pulling what's left of my hair out. I'll end up pulling my beard out. You've took apart. You mean what you mean, bro?
Well, what have you just?
Oh yeah.
You are
Bluestone.
Oh.
You are
what?
Oh, well, listening.
What? He said, "What have you taken apart?" I said, "Bluestone."
No, I've started taking apart all of my Lego in the loft because
what?
I'm planning on moving house at some point, so just getting ahead of the game.
When are you? What do you say planning? Just
probably put the house on the market this summer.
Ooh, you leaving?
Where are you guys moving to?
You are?
Are you leaving Birmingham?
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely.
Can't afford to live anywhere else.
I'll have you know.
You move up to Dudley?
It's dead cheap in Dudley, but I wouldn't want to live any further away. To be honest, home's home, isn't it?
Even in
Well,
Birmingham?
I can't say. I've lived in 13 different places, so.
You've lived in
when I went
13 different places?
13 different houses and
Oh,
7, 8 different towns or cities.
wow. All in Wales?
Yeah. All in Wales. So, you know, as long as I'm in Wales, I'm home. The green grass. But,
The white sheep.
yeah. Me, when I went to Toronto for bricks in the 6, my dog boarding for my 2 boys cost more than my hotel.
Wow.
Oh, dog. Right. Okay. Yeah. That's madness,
Wow.
isn't it? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, bless him. I'm just happy to attend, to be honest with you boys. Bit of a mission. It will be like 5 hours for me, I reckon, to get up there. Be good to finally get the majority of the boys together.
Mm-hmm.
All the ones that count, mate. I'll be there.
Not me.
Well, yeah. No.
Yeah. Well, I meant from the ones that can get there. I don't obviously.
You meant
wouldn't expect
UK
you to go.
boys.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. But yeah, we got a nice contingent coming from Wales, England, and Ireland. But once again, the Scottish have let the side down. So, not that well, as far as I know, they have anyway. Oh no, I say that. That Scottish female YouTuber, she's apparently going, because I did say we'd have to get her on our stream if we managed to do one at Bricktastic, so that we
Which
can.
Scottish female YouTuber? Bonnie Brick?
Bonnie Bricks, yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, I'd be well up for that." And then I can offer her to be a host, and then that's it. Then we're done. We got the 4.
Yeah.
We got the 3 main countries and Ireland. Then
JMB, I'm going to Bricktastic. Yeah. Hey. I'm going.
Are you going, Nimble?
Friday.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. It's only like 3 weeks. No, yeah, 3 weeks now, is it?
This time 3 weeks I'll be flying home, which is sad, but fuck it.
Right, is this mock ready to? You've done the.
This is our free.
Yeah. So, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it then? Do you want me to open up an Instagram tab instead and try and find it? Would that be easier for you?
If you can, yeah. Send it to me. Right. Try send it to me again there, Oaktown. Let's see.
Okay.
Because I could do that, but I need to know.
I'll try sending it again.
Are you having the Monday off work as well?
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm undecided yet.
Well, I don't come back till Monday anyway, so. And I've extended my stay now, so I'm going up on the Wednesday. Wednesday to Monday, team. It's like Brick World, isn't it, where people are like, I'm doing Monday to Monday, I'm doing Sunday to Monday, I'm doing Saturday to Monday, I'm going up a month before. What for?
I do gin to gin.
I'm not even going home between one Brick World and the other. But yeah, yes, I'm doing Wednesday to Monday now.
What time are we meeting up on Friday then? Because obviously I'm picking Slurpee up from the airport, and then am I coming to pick you up? Or
you can do, but what I'm saying is, obviously we didn't know Slurpee's flight time then, but depending on when he lands, if he's going to land at like 10 o'clock or whatever it is, or do you know you? No, you did say it was like 8 o'clock, didn't you?
I landed at Manchester like 8:05 in the morning. 8:10, I think.
Yeah, so like it's up to you. It'd be nice if you come pick me up, but I can make it somewhere if that makes it easier for you.
I mean, I can pick you up. It will be after though, because if I get if I get you and then have to get Slurpee for like around 8, half 8, I'll probably have to leave mine really early.
After's fine. And I can just hang out then until. But I just thought if it was going to be aggro for you to come, because I don't know like the wheres and hows, so I know Birmingham city centre, Birmingham. I know Manchester city centre, and I know the bit obviously where I'll be staying. But in terms of like triangulating it, I don't know how far you'll be coming from to the airport and from the airport to me and then back. So if you're saying to yourself, look, it's easier if we just meet you in the city centre and I can just jump on and meet you there. But I like to think we could, us lot could be together by about 10. And then Whittaky, I think, is due. I think he said he was getting there about midday-ish.
Mutley's coming up for about 3, half 2, 3, I think. And then I think CJ is coming on the Friday night as well, but I don't know whether I think he's working on Friday and coming straight from work, but I think he finishes early. So
I think the plan is for us three to get together, hang about in Manchester so we can show Slurpee the shit sights of Manchester.
And Greg.
And again, I keep saying show him as if we know what we're showing him, but we don't really know either.
I just said as long as you take me to the Old Trafford Stadium so I can piss on the grass for Muggsy lad. He's a big Man United fan. So anything to annoy him, like
it's like trying to get into Fort Knox again near that place, mate. You've got no chance of getting on the grass.
Is it bad? Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't just walk in and out there. It's not like the Irish League, where
they're still playing on parks where dogs are fixing up goalposts and that.
Yeah, the two dog turds is your goalposts like.
They're still playing with pigskin.
Up dog shit with cones.
Vile, hey.
Yeah, there's a rugby match going on at the same time as the football match, like same pitch as well.
Same teams, same players.
They just chuck 2 balls in and see what happens. A rugby ball and a football, and see. Let's just Royal Rumble. Let's just see what happens. Oh. But no, so I think we'll hang around until Whittaky turns up. He's getting a coach in, which will be
get some breakfast down us.
Well, yeah, we'll probably have to do that before he gets there. Meet up with Whittaky, and then I'm thinking once we've got Whittaky, head over to the hotel shortly after. So I think we could check in from about 2, if I remember rightly. Head over to the hotel, dump our shit off, meet up with Mutley, get into what's it called? Trafford Centre. Just start knocking about there and then we can just say to Padawan, look, when you rock up and you've checked in, cross the road and come into Trafford Centre, and we'll be in, I don't know, fucking Claire's Accessories or wherever we are at the time. Fucking all filming each other, looking at hair bubbles.
Hey, couldn't be bad as filming, down the toilet.
Yeah, 27 full-grown males at fucking Brickwald, all down in Walmart, filming each other, filming Lego.
Get a fucking life, mate. Oh my
When did that happen?
A Brickwald. And me and Slurpee went, oh, come on, guys, we're all going to Worms. Or was it Target? I don't know, one of the two. And it's like, he went, I don't know, Slurpee wanted to find, I don't know, some dental floss and some wet wipes or whatever he was looking for. Like the guy traveled without like a toothbrush, without a razor blade. I wasn't allowed to take
any of it. Like, they seized it at the border.
So he's Irish though, isn't he? So he's like,
they said you're not supposed to be clean.
Can you make a bomb? Can you make a bomb out of these? And he's like, I'm the kind of Irishman who burned my lips on the exhaust pipe trying to blow up a car. So anyway, he's looking for some random toiletries, and then we were like, right, let's find out where the boys are. And then we went over, and they were all, everybody was like all down the middle of this aisle. Families trying to get past, no chance. They had to turn around and go back out the aisle because they couldn't get past because they're all there filming each other, buying Lego and picking up Lego. Like, look at this. There's $1 off this set.
That's before taxes on it.
And then they're like, "Oh, can I go and price check this?" And they're just accosting some young 16-year-old Walmart worker and being like, "Oh, can you check the price on this? Can you?" Just like,
"Hey man,
let's get out of here.
$20 cheaper than another Target or whatever." And then it's like, "Oh, bro."
And then I think Fritz was just basically clearing all the shelves to resell. So I was just like, "Oh, let's get out of here." So we went and bought a case of water and and immediately started spraying it all over the staff. So I put the case of water down and it caught the edge of a shelf.
Oh my god!
And one of the waters was just like spraying everywhere all over the staff. Oh, it was great.
That was so badly.
We were getting evils off some Third Reichish looking guy. Anyway, that was fun. But yeah. So we were like, right, we don't need to go to Walmart or Target now for the entire trip because that was a massive waste of time. But no, I get like
we're
I don't get that
in Manchester.
Yeah, I don't get that excitement of like the one thing will not be on the list of things to do when we all meet up for Bricktastic is all go into the shop. I mean, obviously we're going to be going in shops that have got Lego and we're going to be looking at it. But it's not going to be like, oh, look at this. This is Nimble. He's buying this Lego set. And then while I'm filming him, Slurpy's filming me, filming Nimble, buying the set. And then Whittaky's filming Slurpy, filming me, filming Nimble. We're not going to do any of that shit.
I'm not even asked about going around shopping for Lego in lot because what have we got, like Smiths and that can go like, you know what I mean? The Lego store's different. If we go to the Lego shop, that we'll do that.
Well, look, greatest respect.
Even then, we're not going like round, like hunting for deals. You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
a waste of time for us. I suppose.
I think, obviously, I've enjoyed Lego shopping with other people. Like me and Joel went round and we went to the Lego store. We went to the Lego store when we were out in Chicago. We went to the mall or whatever it was. And
Joel was in Chicago.
No, I'm saying that I've been Lego shopping with Joel. So I'm just talking about times. So it's respect to the American guys. But there was definitely joking aside, we're obviously taking the mick, but joking aside, me and Slurpy noticed a massive cultural difference in terms of the way Americans, certainly American Lego fans, shop compared to British. For me, it's a private affair. I go to the shop, I buy a set, I might boast about it, I might do some content on it, but that's it. Like, I think for Americans, it's more exciting thing if this. It's like it's like a big thing. It's like doing it together and a big crowd. And for me, it's like, I don't know. It's like I go to a urinal, right, and I don't need to conversate with the guys next to me, but I feel like if you go to a urinal in America, they all chat to each other. It just felt like one of those kind of scenarios. You know what I mean? Where it was just like, no, I just look down on what I'm doing. I'm my own business. I wash my hands and I get out of there. If anybody wants to get in a conversation with me, I'll say, yeah, can we leave the toilet before we have a conversation? I'm more than happy to talk to you, but I ain't talking to you in a toilet. Like, I came here for one thing. And that's what I'm like with shopping. It's like, I go shopping. I don't really want to share it with the world. I don't need to be like 20 deep to buy a Lego set. Do you know what I mean? But jokes aside, it is these things you pick up on. Because obviously I've been to America dozens of times. So I've never been in a situation like that when I'm around people who are like-minded, but have a completely different. Do you see what I mean? Because I even came back. No, sorry, I was on that stream with Keith, Brick Together, Click Together, and we were supposed to be going to the shop then, or was it after? I can't remember. But I remember him asking, "What was it like? Did you see any good?" And I'm like, "Why is it this big? Why is it like such a big thing, particularly within the Lego community to go? Because you do see a lot of content on. I've been to buy this. This is what I bought, and filming themselves buying sets and stuff. And I don't get that. That just doesn't compute to me. And it seems to be the same with other people from the UK where, might show off their set when they get home, but the actual shopping experience itself isn't that exciting or that fun, or certainly not a team event. But But yeah, that's always different, I guess. But me and Slurpee picked up on that very early, and we were like, I don't want to be a part of this. So, yeah.
I'd rather just sit, I don't know, just chill somewhere. You know what I mean? I can't really be asked to go around looking at Lego sets that we already know are on the shelves. You know what I mean?
Well, it is quite interesting, actually.
Different going to the Lego shop because it's an experience, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's quite interesting in there because two things. One is because they got 2 Lego venues in there, but they have got a couple of shops in there that do sell older sets. I can't remember what the name of the shop is, but they sell like nerd type stuff. I can't remember what it's called. I've seen it around in other places. And they had some sets in there that weren't necessarily cheaper, but hadn't been around for a while. And speaking of which, I was in Asda Living yesterday picking up or taking back a parcel, and I turned around and on the shelf I saw the Darth Vader helmet set. Now that's been gone for a while, right? When was the last time that was on the shelf?
Don't know. I reckon that probably retired in the end of last year, so probably not too late.
Yeah.
So that was shocking for me, and I also noticed they had other Lego sets that were like I hadn't seen for a long time of different licenses. So I think it's because it's one of those places people don't shop that often, or they've had it returned, or whatever it might be. But yeah, they had the Darth Vader helmet, and it was priced up with a ticket and stuff. It wasn't just one set; there was a couple of them there. So it's just like, why have they still got them this much later? And if the price had been good, then I might have, I wouldn't have bought it, but I might have taken a picture and said, look, guys, you might be able to get this in Asda Living if you missed out on it the first time. But I think it was 60 quid. So I'm pretty sure it was probably the price it was, everywhere else before I left. So it wasn't even that good a deal. But there are a couple of shops in there where I did see that kind of thing, where it was like either an older set, which some smaller store, especially in a place like that, because if people go to that shopping center to buy Lego, they'll go to one of the 2 Lego places. They wouldn't necessarily buy it from elsewhere, so they kind of build up. So it is worth looking at that if you're, like I said, if you're looking for older stuff. But if, like me, you don't really care and you're not going to buy anything either way,
I suppose
you're probably right.
Well, they get heavy discounted stuff, don't they? So it's a bit more of a pull to go around hunting. Whereas we can just look on the Smiths website and it'll be that. It's not like we're getting different prices at different shops. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one thing I think. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. That's kind of what I was trying to say
for us.
I was thinking more in terms of it being a communal event and a content-worthy event, because the joke I was making was about the fact they're all filming each other. That was a joke, but it's still something you see all the time. Whereas that's not anything that really appeals to me, and it's definitely a cultural divide there, but. But I think you're right in terms of the fact that they can go to one and find a price, and then they go to another, same brand in a different part of the US, and it's a completely different price. We don't get that here. If I go to my local Smiths and they've got X-Wing set reduced by 20 quid, you can go into any of that store up and down the country, and it'll be 99.9% sure that it'll be exactly the same price. So and of course, so then the community bit that goes on for us in terms of community isn't shopping together, but is sharing that information in our groups and then going out and getting it without ever filming it, if that makes sense. So like Muttley is pretty good at picking up on stuff like that, and he puts it in that group. Everybody goes out, buys 10, whatever it is, and then they film it rather than, oh guys, I've heard the Target has got this. Do you know what I mean? I don't see that coming from the Brits very often. So that's what I kind of was trying to get to. That we were me and Slurpee were kind of indirectly kind of part of that, and we're like, this is weird to us. This is like alien to us. This thing, this whole situation. But yeah. Anyway, right. How are those thingies looking, mate? Check my WhatsApp. Sorry, mate. How long did you send that?
About an hour ago. No, not that long.
So yeah. So do you want me to share this?
If you can.
Right, so this is what I'm saying, because it's hard to explain, but my laptop isn't connected to my phone, if that makes sense. So I literally have to send things. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open Instagram, find your message. Oh no, I can't because it's WhatsApp. What am I talking about? So
I checked the WhatsApp first.
Yeah, so I've got it, but it's just taking me to an Instagram link. So I've got no way of getting that link onto. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I just save it? Maybe if I save it, then it'll come up as my saved. I never use the desktop version of Instagram, so I'm not really familiar with it. Oh, is that Pink Wheels Mushroom? Oh, Pink Wheels Mushroom. Right, I'm saving that Pink Wheels. I'll have another little look at it later if you're still out there. And the fact that you've just built that as well, assuming you meant like you just finished it and not you literally built it during the stream, or it could be both. But I will have a little look at that. Maybe it'll appear one day as Mock of the Week, whatever we're going to call it. So how do I find saved?
Oh, shit.
How do I find saved?
CJ, join the link, bro.
Yeah. And you're too late for a mock, unfortunately, because this has already cost us an arm and a leg. I don't know how to. I can't navigate. How do I? Oh, saved. Right, there you go. Saved. So this should be right. There you go. So this should be Oaktown. So Oaktown, can I just clarify that I'm looking at the right thing? Your mock is a bunch of minifigures?
Yes.
Awesome. Right. So I'm looking at the right thing. So let me just show you this. So you'll have the opportunity now, mate, to sell this to us and tell the rest of the viewers why this should win the vote. And then what Slurpee is hopefully doing is getting that picture added to a picture with ours, so all four can be on the screen at once, and then we'll put it out to a vote. So share screen.
Oh, there he is.
How do, mate?
Right.
I gotta say, right. A quick shout out to Padawan, right? 7,500 viewers in 4 days with 4 posts. Like, how the hell has he done that? How much did that cost you to buy all of those followers?
You've landed on a gold mine with that idea, Siege, because
you're dumb luck is what it was.
What is the idea?
Every follower. So he's created a new account.
I'm being that scumbag, but I thought it was a really good idea. But I'm 100% being that scumbag.
No, go for it, mate. You tell. Put it in your words. Put it in your words.
I had this idea like 4 weeks ago. So right. So I'm big into, obviously everyone knows I'm like huge into Lord of the Rings, and I know enough about it that I probably don't need to read the books properly. I've never ever read the books properly. So I thought, you know what will make me read the books if I do that scummy thing where if I ask a follow, every time I get a follow, I'll read a word from the book, and it's just taken off over the last like 3 days. Like I think what we are now, 8,000, nearly 8,200 followers in 3 days.
8,200 followers in 3 days with 4 posts.
Yeah.
Wow. Wild. That's crazy.
Totally.
And to be fair, I thought, I'm going to get some shade here on these comments. And then it's actually like insane. Like the amount of people that are like, this is amazing. I'm like, oh.
Well, Kirsty's never read the books. And not only did she say...
they're not Star Wars fans. So.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, but the first thing Kirsty said is I want that set of collection of books he's got because they look amazing. You don't very often see them all together like that now in a decent set, not without paying like arm and a leg. But she was like, I've actually never read the books either, even though I think she owns them. And she was like, well, that's going to be a lot easier for me then. That's an amazing idea. Really great. That's the hats off to him. I'm going to follow him now, she said. And also, I'm going to listen to that as opposed to read the books. And I was like, yeah, you might have a bit of a job because he's fast forwarded him actually talk.
So that was the thing. A lot of people were like, I really want to listen to it. And obviously, you can't upload 10-minute videos to bloody Instagram. So I've basically, after I've edited them, I've gone back and not sped them up, and then they're currently scheduled to drop on YouTube for the next few days. Each one I've done.
I had a feeling you'd scheduled them because I looked and I was like, he's got 1,311 words to read because he's jumped up by 1,000 followers, and I'm like, hang about, that doesn't match what his followers are. So he's obviously
it doesn't match now because I've been screenshotting it in the morning of each morning. So like today, it's like risen by another 3,000 just today, and
that's madness.
So like the screenshot I've got for tomorrow is 4,671, but we're on 8,000 now, and then some. So I'll screenshot it. No, and then I did one earlier for 7,000. So I'm like, I'm trying not to do like fucking 10,000 in one go. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's going to take me forever.
But I don't think it's scummy, right? For two reasons. One is because I haven't seen anyone else do that. So it's not like the usual, oh, follow me, otherwise my girlfriend's going to sell all my sets or all that. But
that's what I thought. I thought it was something that no one's ever done. Like, I've never seen anyone do it.
When that guy that's like, what was he?
What a
Hive made fun of
cocksucker.
Yeah, Jason Briggs, I think his name was. Yeah.
And
the difference is that
posting his
there's
content.
a commitment and a sacrifice from you, though. So it's not just about you gaining something, just for the sake of get me to 3,000 and whatever.
Yeah,
there is actually, because you're committing to doing something back. So now obviously you didn't expect it to take off like this, but now you're in a situation where like, shit, I've got to sit and read 7,000 or whatever, 3,000 words, and then make a video about it.
If you put it into perspective, right? If I to all the words in all 4 books are 576,500. So if I was to do the whole thing, I would need that many.
But what I'm saying is that there's going to be a point where that's going to take you so long to actually read that you're going to need like a day off.
This is what I mean. I said this. I'm going to have to like it's going to, like, for example, God forbid, right? Say tomorrow I wake up and it's like 30,000 followers. I'd be like, shit, what am I going to do now? Because like, I can't just bang that out, and I can't just take an hour out of my time to do that. Like, I've got to either live stream it. I've either got to like take a whole day and do it, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really thought this far ahead, if I'm honest, but I'm gonna still take the challenge head on. Do you know what I mean?
Are you keeping it separate to, like, the Padawan account is separate to Lord of the Boys?
Yeah, I think Lord of the Boys is gonna be just orientated mainly around Lord of the Rings, strictly.
But are you gonna post like your Lord of the Rings Lego on there as well?
I might in time. I want to get people really sucked into this first, and then maybe I'll drop a few little other videos here and there of it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to like feel like I've baited people in with this to then switch to something else. Like, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like if this keeps going well, then I think the Padawan's going to be like low key for the boys, and then like the Lord of the Boys will be like the mainstream account. Yeah, because you got it right. Like, I can't just like ignore the fact that overnight I worked it out by tomorrow night, current rating, current trajectory. By tomorrow night, I'll have 10,000 followers on that Instagram. I can't ignore that.
Yeah,
nah, it's nuts. Fair play to you, bro.
But like, yeah, but I sit on the Padawan account. Do you know what I mean? Like, currently at the minute, I'm constantly logged into the Padawan account, and I only flick into the other one to like look at stuff.
Yeah, well, you weren't following many people on it, are you? So it's not like you're looking at content while you're on your Lord of the Boys account.
So, without making myself sound like a scumbag, but I think my Padawan account, I think, has been like bricked anyway, almost like shadow banned, because of the amount of dodgy stuff that me and my friends send to each other. So I think that's kind of dead anyway, like in the sense of like growth. Whereas this Lord of the Boys one, I'm going to be good and keep it clean and apolitical and none of the shit stuff.
So, not that he probably wants any more followers, but guys, check the link in the thing if you've got it, mate, in the chat. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone here is probably already following you, but
I didn't say anything to anyone. I was like, it's got to be a matter of time, right? That someone sees it.
Yeah.
I
thought it was great.
I just saw it pop up on my Explore.
I've seen you shared them, and I was like, "What?"
You did. What's happening, mate? Your name came up earlier, mate. We had some people talking in the cinema, and somebody suggested next time I go to the cinema, I'd take a donk. So maybe I'll do that. But no, I thought it was just madness. And even for the people out there who have got good growth and have built up a big thing, even like those people you've just flown over, and it's just, I was just thinking, man, I mean, I know it's not necessarily, I know that I don't want to sort of downplay it, but I know it's not necessarily worth anything on something like Instagram. It's not like you're going to be, be able to retire because you've got 50,000 followers or anything like that. But it's still there's still that, as much as people try to downplay it or say that it's not about that, whatever, it's still quite gratifying to know there's that many people interested in what it is you're doing.
It's like blow my noodle. It's absolutely blow my noodle. I didn't think it would be that. Like, I feel like there were some people, like book nerds and stuff, would love it. But I'm enjoying it, and it makes it more enjoyable knowing that like people are like, I don't know, like part of me doesn't get it, like why people are so excited for it. It's like you could just get an audiobook, but I don't know, maybe it's the natural feeling around it. I don't know.
It's like you say, probably because there's nothing else doing that, so it's just different, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
different.
Like I've openly said, because people have said they want to hear the whole thing, and I've put it on YouTube. It's scheduled, and you'll notice I'm not like the best reader in the world, and I like stumble over my words sometimes. And it's like I hope no one goes into that hoping to hear a perfect narration, because I'm like that because it's a challenge for me in the sense of like I'm a bit of a spastic, so like I need to like it's just practice and stuff like that. And yeah, it all started because I've got my level 2 English exam. So I passed all my grades in school, and funnily enough got A levels, but I couldn't pass GCSE English. So I've got my GCSE English again in next month.
Ooh, that's wild.
So this is like practice for that, because there's like a whole reading section, and I'm a bit of a mong at reading.
How are you still able to do that? Is that like done through your work then, or?
Yeah, completely done through work. Yeah, because if I promote, I need to have English I need to have it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look.
What have you been chatting about? I've been with Sam. We've been because I barely.
It's a Free-Ballin, mate. So just a bit of bollocks and a bit of everything. But we have
people's smelly beef curtains in cinemas.
Yeah. So cinema etiquette came up. I went to see. Basically, long story short, or short story long, as it happens to be with me. But I went to see. You know what? I sent you the screenshot, didn't I? I was going to see the extended versions of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And second night, I was there. I sat in the same seats for the second and third movie. Right. Second movie, I was sat there. Some young couple came in behind me, and talking. And I was like, okay, wasn't necessarily loud, but just randomly talking. And I feel like I didn't hear exactly what the guy was saying, but I feel like he was basically explaining. He felt like I just got the impression he's one of those guys who's probably read the books, and he was explaining like, oh, in the book, Boromir had 4 arrows in him, whereas in the movie it's only 3 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Some bollocks like that. And they're talking because it felt like they weren't having a conversation. It felt like he was explaining. I could only hear one voice. So he was just explaining the movie to this person. I was just, for fuck's sake. And I did give him a couple of levels and looked over my shoulder a couple of times, but I also wanted to enjoy the film. So I just managed to block it out. But the worst part wasn't that. The worst part was about an hour before the end. Bearing in mind, these are like 3.5 hour movies. They got up and walked out. And I thought perhaps they'd gone to the toilet. Didn't come back. So I was like, they obviously weren't enjoying the movie. Third night, I go in to watch it. They're back again. And they did exactly the same thing again. Talked for most of it. And then got up and walked out an hour before the end. And I was just, what the fuck? Why come at all? If you'd come and you'd been silent and you'd left, fine. If you'd come and you talked and stayed till the end, fine. But come, talk, and then leave early. What? It don't make any sense. It could only have been made worse if they brought a 4-course Chinese meal with them. That's another story. But that's another story. Anyway, we're talking about this tonight. Whoops, I keep changing the background instead of the thing. So this new segment we're doing is going to have a name by the end of the show. I'm certain of it, but
whip your mock out.
Whip your mock out.
Rock out with your. I think rock out with your mock out seems to be the. I can't find. Everybody came up with names for this last week.
I like get your mock out. It's kind of short.
Get your mock out for the lads is fucking wild.
I like. I agree with. I like. I provoked Sam. I like get your mock out. I do like that. I think I like that more.
Well, I'm going to try and dig while Oaktown starts talking about his mock, because it's the last one to go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them to a vote for the chat to decide, and the winner then will go through. And what the plan is to do then is later on in the year, the winner from each show will go in brackets show where we'll just put all the winning mocks from each week and we'll just pit them against each other and get the chat to decide with us. But yeah, so we've all kind of talked about ours, and Slurpy's going to throw up after Oaktown's done his a picture of them all, and you get to see him a little bit then. We're having it, but this is Oaktown, so we're just going to show him now so we can talk it up. So give me a second, Oaktown. We'll show it up for you. So this, I don't know how much it's going to fill the screen. Yeah, I think that's the best.
Yeah,
that's the best. The biggest I'm going to be able to get it. Can I get it bigger than that, guys? Am I missing something here?
I don't know.
That's a very political mock.
It is a very political mock.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's just things are kind of rough over here in the US. I'm not going to get mainly into that, but I'm not going to get much into that. But there's a lot of fear in this country right now. And especially, fear of just everyone just scared that, they could essentially get kidnapped or even killed, which has happened several times recently by ICE, what is called ICE, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And it's just been a lot of, to put it frankly, kind of terrorizing both, non-citizens and citizens. And there's just been a lot of rough stuff going on. And, I think that this mock kind of represents that, the protest vibes very well, and, kind of what's going on and stuff like that. Yeah. And I appreciate how, they had all of the costume minifigures in this post. I thought that was very interesting how they used that. It's like all of the new CMFs, if you look at them.
They're using the orca head, aren't they, for the...
Yeah, for the mouse. Yeah.
They're low-key kind of freaky, but...
Yeah. So I thought that it was a good post to, this account I've followed for a while. She posts a lot of cool stuff, and this just happened to come across my feed, and I thought it was an important thing to kind of share and show light on.
Yeah, I think if it means something to you, it's relevant. Yeah, the only limitations I put up, I didn't actually put any limitations on this mock, other than it not being your own. But
yeah.
But look, it's relevant. If it means something to you. If I'm honest, now that you've explained it, it makes sense. But I had a quick glance at this, and I just saw the ice out thing, so I thought perhaps you picked it to do with the theme of the show. So because I do everything I can to avoid like politics and anything going on in the world. If I see it, I switch it off. So I don't really know much about this apart from what you've just told me. And it does ring a bell, but I don't know like less than 1% of what's actually going on. So so yeah, and obviously the fact that they've used the minifigures to give it a light-hearted approach is pretty cool.
Yeah, I do like that a lot. The way they built a lot of the banners is pretty cool too, from just the building technique aspect.
Right, you guys carry on chatting for a bit. I really want to try and see if I can find this list that I made last week of the potential names for this segment. Yeah, I wrote on a piece of paper. I never take anything away from this desk. If anything, I just keep piling shit on top. I can't find it. So. But I think that it may be in a notebook downstairs. So I'm going to have a check there. If not, I'm just going to have to do what I always do and let everybody down because I'm disorganized. But I think we can remember some of the best ones.
Oh, yeah. There we go. That's a picture.
That's pretty cool. Is that the master? That's sick.
Yeah. Freaky, though.
That's pretty cool.
You'll like a few of the ones from this week, mate.
Sauron Mech, Fallout. What's that one?
I think they're all pretty cool.
From Andor.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right,
did you guys touch on
do you reckon you can guess who picked what, Siege?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, guess.
What, so you all picked so you all picked one each, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be. So I think Matthew's done the Fallout one.
And who have done the other two?
Yeah,
that one I kind of nailed pretty quick. it's these. Obviously, Oaktown, you've got the ice out on.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I'm gonna say Nimble, you went for Sauron mech.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Martin loves a mech, doesn't he?
Of course he does. Of course he does. Yeah.
Oh god,
They're really good mocks. Like my favorite, in fact, to be honest, the Sauron mech is Lord of the Rings, but again, mechs are shit. So I'm gonna go for the Fallout one's my favorite, the Master.
Oh, really?
A throwback, that mate. That's a throwback.
More than the Andor one?
100%. Right. Here's another thing. Oaktown, mate. Fallout, my favorite game franchise of all time. So seeing a throwback to Fallout, Master Fallout 1 or 2, I can't remember.
Fallout 1.
Yeah, so Master Fallout 1, and that's class. Is it Fallout 2? There's the I can't remember the name, is the bloody tree.
Harold's in Fallout 3, but he's in Fallout 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
and Fallout 3, he turns into a fucking tree, like.
Yeah. I haven't played Fallout 1 and 2 in like 15 years, so I can't exactly.
Oh, it's good. My brother's doing a play of it right now, and he's like, I just joined the Brotherhood. It was so hard.
I'm going back through. I'm playing Starfield again in a minute.
It's not too bad.
It's just a bit same, if you know what I mean. Like it's a bit repetitive. So,
did you ever play the Fable games?
I played Fable 3 way back in the day. I haven't played Fable 1 or 2 though.
Fable 1 and 2 was class, and there's a new one coming out at some point this year.
I tell you what, though, out of all these mocks, the Andor one clearly is the best one. If you know, like objectively the best because of the size, the detail, like all of that. Do you know what I mean? It looks really good. I would probably
agree with that. Yeah, it's a very nice looking mock. The buildings look very good.
But you always gravitate to the one that means more to you, and like,
the
Fallout one's pretty sick. Yeah, there's the Sauron mech, but it's just a mech at the end of the day, in my eyes. Have we spoken about Minister of tonight?
No, we haven't.
Not. Can we shoot it?
Boys, where do we go from? No, I wouldn't show it. That's dangerous.
Too nuclear.
What are y'all's initial reactions of Ministerius?
Incredible.
Oh, yeah,
really unlike the Death Slice, it was exactly the way that it should have been done. Micro scale in the front, party minifig scale in the back.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean, like it's exactly the way it should have been. And then they knocked out the park proper King Aragorn. Then the one gripe, my one little nitpick that I noticed straight away, like I laser focused on it, was Denethor doesn't have a dress piece. He has legs, and that kind of annoyed me. Because he spends most of his time in his massive robe, and I'm thinking he could have a dress piece and it's a Sauron with a print on it, Saruman with a print on it, like the one from Orthanc, Tower of Orthanc. I think that would have been a bit better.
Do you think there's any figs missing?
No, I don't, purely because loads of people said, oh, we want this, we want that. Like, you can add them in at any point. Like, I think they're the key figures. You've got Denethor, you know, the Steward of Gondor. You've got Faramir, completely integral to the Return of the King and Gondor and his father, and you know, being the captain of the guard and all that stuff. Faramir being the guard of the Citadel and is in that outfit, perfect. Gandalf, obviously, integral to the White City. Who are the Gondor soldiers, pretty cool. If I was King Aragorn, not Battle of the Black Gate Aragorn, but King Aragorn, the only little problem with him is he's got his cape from the Battle of the Black Gate, not the black cape he wears on his coronation. But that's fine. That's like little detail that it is here near or there. The only fig that off the top of my head I think would have been cool if you added it was a proper guard of the White Tree, the guard of the Citadel. There's the ceremonial soldiers that you see at the top, with like the big wing helmets. Maybe one or two of them would have been pretty sick. And then other people have been saying,
say it's one of the, without seeing the official images, this could be one of, or if not the best set Lego I've ever done.
100%.
It is really good. Yeah,
it's so impressive.
Is it all? Because I couldn't tell because I don't know if it was my internet or if the person taking the photo was like, you know how they always like take a photo through a fucking piss filter, but I couldn't tell if the bricks were white or light grey. Like
No,
I
I think there was a mix. I think there was a mixture. So all of the white is white, and then I think there is light grey elements dotted in and around. If you know what I mean. But
what's the normal price?
So I think we overestimated. So apparently the rumor price is $600. So it's gonna be about £520, £530,
and it's like 8,000 pieces.
A lot of that's going to be micro scale, but you got to think Warner Brothers tax. It's not that they don't have that kind of Warner Brothers licensing fee on top that like Disney have for like Star Wars.
I can't see it being that cheap. Obviously, it's class if it is, but I'd be baffled if it's that cheap.
Well, you got to think how much was Barrack-Dur? Let me off the top of my head, it was about 420 quid.
It's just 400.
So it's just 400 quid. So slap another £120 on for another 3,000 pieces. When most of the pieces in that set are going to be made up of micro pieces anyway. Do you know what I mean? And or brick. Like you got to think inside that is just going to be. Wouldn't surprise me if it's 2x4. System bricks just holding it all up because that ain't going to have a Technic structure.
It's going to be a really fucking grind of a build.
I think it's going to be a beast, like
with all them little like small pieces. It's going to be tedious, isn't it?
So I think it's going to have a very similar height to. It's going to be just shy of short of Barrack-Dur, but it's going to be wider and deeper.
Yeah.
So it's not going to. I don't think it's not going to fit on a Billy shelf. So it's not going to fit on these shelves behind me. It's going to have to go on. On these shelves to be able to fit. It ain't going to fit otherwise. I'm going to have to try. What's it called? Black Pearl's going to get relocated, I think, and I'm going to see if I can squeeze Ministerial next to Barrack-Dur when that comes out.
That'd be tight squeeze.
I know. I think it's going to have to go on some dedicated shelves.
Well, it's good problems to have, isn't it?
Yeah. Everyone keeps saying that potentially the one fig that people wanted was the Witch King of Angmar. However, he's only in it for one, he's only in the White City for one scene. Yes, he's in charge of Nazgul, but I feel like if Lego are going to keep doing these big builds every year, you got to think you're going to have Edoras, you got Helm's Deep. I feel like after those two, you got Orthanc, and then that if you're going to go a bit more niche, you're going to save the Witch King of Angmar for something like Minas Morgul.
See, I don't know if they will go down that route. I feel like they've nailed all the big hitters now, haven't they? Unless
because I think you've got redo Orthanc. That's another one. You've got Edoras, which is the capital of Rohan. Helm's Deep in a much bigger scale, and then you can go on to things like this is where you start getting a little bit more niche, but you can go on to things like Minas Morgul, the city where the Nazgul live. Then you've got Ilithungul. There's a shitload ton of places that they could go with it. You could have their own version of an Ewok village could be Mirkwood or Lothlorien. Do you know what I mean? They could make a Lord of the Rings Ewok village out of that. There's so many things they could do.
I hope they do. And to be honest, I quite like this. And you'll probably be very different to me because you're going to want as much sets as possible. But if they only pumped out one per year and it was just a fucking big beauty, I'd love that. And I think other themes could probably do with that as well.
I want 4 sets a year. Here we go, right? I want a battle pack. I want a battle pack. I want a play scale. I want an icon set like the big ones. And then I want a Sauron's helmet, like a display piece. Just give me one of them. Just give me 4, one of each category a year, and I'll be happy. Do you know what I mean? You feel this is the thing, right? Because they're bringing out Minas Tirith, and they've thrown in 4 Gondorian soldiers. Surely that's speaking battle pack now. You've got the orcs from Barrack-Dur. You've got the Gondor soldiers in Minas Tirith. It's literally screaming. Throw a battle pack together and just send it out to the masses. Because people.
What do you reckon for the GWP?
Grond is the most obvious one. Just give me a buildable Grond. Give me a buildable Grond. It doesn't have to have figs. Just give me a buildable
Grond.
Grond is the battering ram that smashes into the wolf's head. That smashes into the door.
Oh yeah.
It's the machine.
Yeah. Grond. I think I'll bring it down. Grond will bring it down. Grond. and then they've smashed in like that. Maybe that'd be good. Doesn't even have to have figs, or throw in a couple of token orcs from like the Barad set.
Yeah.
Would you want it to swing as well?
Yeah, that's got to be part of the pass, on it. Do you know what I mean? Like to suspend it on the metal chain, like the Lego metal chains, and then it just like a pendulum just swings back and forth. Like that'd be cool. Just give me one of them. I think anything else, the Witch King of Angmar is like your other one you could do, but I think they ain't gonna throw an exclusive fig in a fucking well, I say that, but they did that with the last one.
Yeah, but Smeagol and Deagle wasn't. It was all apart from the face prints, they were all parts used in Harry Potter sets, weren't they?
Oh, were they?
Yeah, so like the Smeagol and Deagle like torsos and stuff aren't exclusive. It's just the face print, I think. So,
okay.
But they couldn't really do that with the Witch King of Angmar, could they?
No, that's a whole new helmet mold. Do you know what I mean? And they ain't
they won't do it for the GWP.
They ain't gonna spend that kind of money on a GWP.
No, not to make a new mold, for sure not. So let me get this right. The Minas Tirith, it's more of like the actual castle, right? They're not gonna do the battlefield, really, right?
No, they're just doing the city. So
again, that's why they don't have the Witch King of Angmar or Eowyn or some of the other characters, right? Yeah,
exactly. And again, you're not gonna throw like, it sounds stupid, but people are like, oh, why don't they put Theoden in there or Eowyn? It's like
they're saving them.
You got to save that stuff for something. You got to save that juiciness for like Edoras or Helm's Deep. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with the Witch King of Angmar. You could save that for a Minas Morgul, another big castle themed kind of Lord of the Rings set that they could do. They ain't just going to give us what we want. But what is it with Lord of the Rings? Banger after banger after banger. Like, there's some love in that team.
I think they've probably just got less limitations, haven't they?
I reckon they've got a bigger budget because they're only banging out 2 or 3 sets a year.
Yeah.
Got
when you've only got one big set to focus on, it's like all power and thought goes into that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got more time, I suppose, to actually work on it throughout the year. You're not working on other shit.
Yeah, and in that video, they did say they've been working on Minas Tirith since they released Rivendell. So that's 3 years, nearly 3 years now.
Yeah, that's nuts. It does look fucking class, though. And again, this is just going off like that potato recording we had in the chat. But when it gets officially released, like I say, I think that's going to be up there for one of the best, or if not the best Lego.
I can't wait to see it
all time.
But boys, it's like the opposite of Star Wars. Like, it's just all white and shiny. But man, that's going to be like, what do you see? Like, we're going to see people sell Minas Tirith on Facebook in 10 years' time. And it's all going to be yellowed.
Oh,
like, it's going to be
like piss yellow.
I'm kind of glad I'm getting a really white set for once, because like you can't see the dust on the white set.
It's going to look so impactful on a shelf, isn't it?
It's going to look class.
I really can't wait. I still need to pick up the other fucking sets. Like,
I still need to grab them sealed so I can have the seal collection. I'm still doing the seal collection, so I need to grab them.
Boys, I'm going to love and leave everybody. I've still got shit to do for Graph tomorrow, and I'm knackered. So, absolute pleasure as always. And
we'll let you know if you win.
Oh yeah, I'll catch the rest on replay.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
So right,
we'll see you later, Nimble.
Take it easy.
Yeah, mate.
Right, so I'm gonna get the what do you call it? The poll open for. I should have done this sooner. Really, I completely forgot. I'm gonna get the poll open for this contest. So I've managed to find the show where we were talking about it and scroll through the chat, which took a while. But the ones that I found, which seemed to stand out, either because people mentioned them or because they seemed to be okay, was Rock Out with Your Mock Out, Mock and Roll, Just Mocking Around, or Mock's a Matter with You. So if anyone can think of anything else that I might have missed, because I'm pretty sure the list was bigger than that, but I've, like an idiot, I've lost that piece of paper I wrote it on. I've got fucking, I don't know how many notebooks, and I just tend to write things on scraps of paper. So
mock out with
yeah, mock out with your cock out, or rock out with your mock out, either way. But
oh my god.
So we're gonna
What's up, Mrs. Papa Trip?
So-
This is the first time I've seen her comment in the chat.
no,
Football's
Wendy's
doing
been
well.
in the chat.
Yeah, I
Wendy's
agree with
yeah.
Wendy on that. I think that would be cool to see.
Was
Yeah,
it
that would've
the?
made
Did I
sense.
see
The
they put the
woody legs.
medium legs on Yoda and Wicket? God,
Oh,
fuck
I
us.
did see that.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Hey,
Yeah,
I don't
Oh,
like it. Yeah, I
horrible
think that the
stuff.
short legs work a lot
I
better.
understand why though, because that's probably the torso hip piece for that technology. But
Yeah, you're right.
Yoda's already too big anyway with the small
Yeah.
legs. Like, it's
Wicket too.
Same
thing as Rocket Raccoon even.
Those not new released, but the new revealed smart bricks look like
I knew they were going to.
Still on top.
They were releasing sets. I knew they were going to release sets without any smart tech. Like they were like smart compatible.
So
Bullshit.
stupid.
Just eating up. It's just eating
I just
up.
want to see if anyone's. And then there's a rumor that like Star Wars sets are being postponed till like next year.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that.
Apparently, like the Bounty Hunter Pursuit's not coming out this year. It might be a 2027 set.
Yeah, and the Ewok Village as well, right? I think.
Sorry, Slurpee. What was the name of that? What was the name of that mock? Is it the Master?
The Master, yeah.
I just called it the Master. The guy didn't really give it a title on Reddit, but
yeah. So I'm putting them in the for a poll. I'm putting our names next to him. Probably made more sense to, but we'll give representation to the mock builders as and when they win. This is just to make a reference so we know which is which. So I'm just putting that in there now, and I'll give you guys a chance to vote on it. While you're doing that, guys in the chat, while I'm doing this and you guys are voting on this poll, if you can think of any other names for this segment, apart from the ones I've said. So far we got Rock Out with your Mock Out, Mock Some Out with you, Mock and Roll, just mocking around. If you want to replace them with something better, we can. If not, I'll put those four into a poll, and I already get an idea which one is probably going to win, but we'll do it anyway, just so you get an input. So, sorry guys, you can carry on with whatever you're saying.
all right.
Let's see. So, wouldn't it for Lord of the Rings? Wouldn't it make sense to like release sets for like place and like maybe like play sets for like the actual battle of Gondor?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, 100%.
Like again, like,
there's multiple things you could do with the Battle of Gondor. You could have like Rohirrim attack. You could have the Haradrim attack with the Oliphants. That would be sick.
Yeah, correct.
Oh,
yeah.
You could have the pirate boats again, the Haradrim pirate boats with the Ghost Army. You could have like this. You could have like the trolls, like the armored trolls going into the front of the gate of Gondor. You could have the towers with the orcs in, the siege towers. That would be another amazing set. Do you know what I mean? That you could put in with that. Like, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think once I get this set, I'm sticking it on the shelf, but I'm gonna make a micro scale battle at the front of it using studs and stuff to like represent like the whole army like in front.
It's funny actually, because when I was watching Lord of the Rings, this is just the way my brain now works. I was watching Lord of the Rings and I was thinking throughout it, what would be a good Lego set? I mean, I don't know some of the older sets, so I know that like ship thing with the king that's
Ghost.
Yeah, I know that they released that before a long time ago,
Yeah.
but I was still looking for particular scenes, and I think I probably thought of, without realizing other people have been asking it, that scene where Gandalf and is it Merry or Pippin have that interaction with
Gandalf and Pippin in front of with the Witch King of Angmar when he's like, you have failed, the world of men will fall. This is my hour. Brings out the sword, sets on fire, blows the staff up.
Yeah, I thought that would be a pretty good scene, just like a kind of half scene there. That would be a pretty cool one. But
is that the
like
first
you said,
time you've seen the extended editions through?
In the cinema and back to back, yes, I have seen the extended versions on DVD, kind of spaced out. But that's the first time I've watched them. Obviously, I didn't watch them back to back on the same day, but the closest that. But I never watched the extended versions in the cinema. No, I watched them when they came out in the cinema. But
as a Lord of the Rings fanatic, I now have to ask you: you can pick 3 favorite scenes from across all 3 films. What would it be? Now it's fresh in your head. 3 that pop into your head. Boom, this is sick.
I like the battle of the March of the Ents.
Yeah,
I like that, but I hate every other end scene because I just find them so slow and laborious, and it's just like, and I know that's the point because Merry and Pippin are just kind of like, but what about the battle of what about so and so? What are you going to do about that or whatever you're saying? And I'm the same, and I'm like, this scene is so frustrating because it's just not getting anywhere. That cheeses me off. I have always liked the scene where Merry and Pippin escape into Fangorn Forest.
Yeah.
What madness drove them in there?
Yeah,
but I like that. I like that scene, and obviously it always resonates with me because since watching where Viggo Mortensen booted that helmet and obviously broke a toe, so that's pretty cool. So that whole scene where they find, and what is it he says when the riders of Rohan are passing him, and he just steps out and he says, "What news from the Riddermark?"
What is the Rohan? What news from the Riddermark?
So they're all in the 2 towers, right?
There's an elf, a man, and a dwarf having the Riddermark. Speak quickly.
Yeah, that, I mean,
you tell me.
Just that actual battle scene with the orcs and the Uruk-hai, just kind of like, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Isn't that when the Uruk-hai are first being created?
No, this is when.
So this is when they're making their way back to Orthanc with Merry and Pippin, and then they come across the orcs that are working for Saruman, and then they have the argument, and then they're fighting each other, and then the Aomen fucking come in and kill them all.
Yeah, just destroy them, because you don't really see that in the non-extended version. You don't really see that battle. It almost is kind of. In fact, I don't know whether you see all in the normal version, but you
actually.
But yeah, so I don't know. There's loads of favorite bits, but in terms of being able to just actually pick out top 3 scenes, I would have to sit and think about it, because I also like the battle scene at the end. The end of the first movie, Fellowship of the Ring, where Boromir takes on the arrows. The problem is they're all, you couldn't make. I keep thinking of it in Lego, but it is a good scene. It's a great scene, but it's just they're so spread out. They're not like they're all fighting in different areas of that kind of hillside.
That's my one fictional death that I'll never get over to this day. Boromir taking the arrows into with Lurtz.
What do you mean by you'll never get over it?
So there's like this. I remember seeing a trend. It was ages ago, and it was like if you could pick one fictional death that you just can't get over, what would it be? Like a film or a TV show, and mine is Boromir dying. Like it gets me every time. It's like Anakin turning to the dark side for people. Like for me, it's Boromir getting impaled by 3 gigantic arrows from Lurtz.
I mean, I like it. The other scene I like is when it's all right. Oaktown's right. It all seems to be based around the same area, but when that one orc chases him into Fangorn and he gets stepped on, but like just before that, when he's asking, "What about this? I need some meat," and then he goes, "What about their legs? They don't need those." Very great, like. But
they do look tasty.
Back on the menu, boys.
Yeah, that is class. But I think I do like that. I do like that last scene when they're the invasion of Minas Tirith, when they're doing they're battling the Oliphant things come up, and Legolas pretty much takes out like an entire one himself.
Yeah.
But I tell you another scene I like, and I remember watching this in the film. This is at the beginning of Two Towers, I believe, when they go to protect, and the Wag Riders come out, and Legolas is just on that hillside, just firing arrows, and somebody I think it's
Gimli.
Yeah, Gimli comes up on the horse, and he just, I know it's CG, but at the time it was like, what? Because obviously you didn't see a lot of CG then, and if it was like fictional type stuff, like Gollum or whatever. But this, or like dragons and creatures and stuff. But this was because it was just a guy getting onto a horse. But the way he just kind of grabs it and then just swings around, and I'm just thinking, what? That looked amazing. I wish I could get on a horse like that.
Do you know what? My favorite funny scene from Lord of the Rings that people forget about because it's only in the extended editions is at the end of the Battle of Helm's Deep, when Legolas comes over to Gimli and he's like, final count 42. 42. I am sitting pretty on 43. And then he fires the arrow into the dead orc and he goes, 43. He was already dead. He was twitching. He's twitching because he's got my axe embedded inside his nervous system.
Yeah, because the other scene that they don't put in the original is where the orcs, the Uruk-hai, the fleeing Uruk-hai from Helm's Deep get stamped out in the forest because they don't cover that fully in the original. So there's a lot of scenes like that, which are, like I said, because I've seen both, sometimes it's hard, like when you're watching an extended scene, but you don't know to what extent, because there's a couple of bits in there where I'm like, I'm sure this conversation didn't go on this long in the normal version. So I think we're in an extended scene now. But in my mind, you always think an extended scene is an added scene, but sometimes it's just a stretched out version of the scene. And sometimes I find it hard.
Like you can watch the theatrical editions, and you when you watch extended editions, what normally extended editions do is, like you said, they throw in added scenes in. Whereas in the extended editions of Lord of the Rings, it throws in a hell of a lot more context. For example, the glaring one is, in the theatrical editions in Return of the King, you don't know what happens to Gothmog. You just assume he's dead, as in the general that is in charge of the Orc army, the one with the messed up face. Whereas in the extended edition, you actually find out what happens to him in the end. He gets his arm and he gets disemboweled by Aragorn.
Pretty much everybody walks past and takes a chunk off him as if he was nothing. That's what I liked, actually, because he's like this guy, and all of a sudden they're just like all take a slice off him as they pass him and then just crack on.
And then the other one is you get a lot more context when Denethor sets himself and Faramir on fire, and he's like, you may have prevailed on the field of victory for a day, but I can't remember what, whatever it is in the east, there is no victory, and then that's when he drops the fire. Whereas in the theatrical edition, he doesn't make that speech.
Yeah, I always thought that because you just kind of see him kind of running out across the plateau and then just diving off it. And I'm just thinking, I mean, if you're going to go out, like, you had to go out in so style. Not only did he have to jump off the highest point of the entire city, but he also had to be a blaze while he was doing it. Like, I just thought, just what's that all about? It's got to be all about me. But no,
what a pick me, like.
But I just like the fact that you see the Denethor figure, and he's got, because everybody remembers when he's biting into those plum tomatoes, those cherry tomatoes, and they just kind of pop all over his face. And apparently, I read that wasn't like he was supposed to bite into him and stuff and eat him like he was like, whatever, like a dickhead is probably the best way to put it. Like eat him like aggressively, but for it to just pop and go down his chin was like, wasn't kind of. Yeah,
it's so uncomfortable watching that. Like,
I know, and you just think, it put me off to cherry tomatoes for about a year, I think. But but the fact that he comes with, I think they give him like a cherry piece or whatever, because that's the bit, not the fact that he sets the thing ablaze or he won't give up the what you call of Gondor sort of role, but the fact that he eats those tomatoes, I thought that was class. Padawan's take on Minister,
yeah. I've only seen like the extended version of the first one, and so I've seen the theatrical editions of all three, but only the extended of the first one. So I don't know a lot of the other stuff that happens in 2 and 3.
In my opinion, there is only one edition of the Lord of the Rings in the extended edition. Anything else is wrong. And I jokingly say that, but the extended editions add a lot more context. If I was introducing someone to the franchise, though, I would 100% watch the normal editions first, because they're an hour shorter each one.
Yeah, that's what my dad and I did, because they're shorter.
The last thing you want is someone to slog their way through a 4-hour film for them to go, this sucked. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine anyone doing that with Lord of the Rings, but do you know what I mean?
Well, except those knobheads behind me who got up an hour before the end.
Oh,
yeah. I get what some people say though about Return of the King. It's got like 4 endings, which, do you know what I mean? I get it.
I feel like it's 2. Well, I guess 3, right? It's Gondor, and then it's the Black Gate, and then I guess it's also, you're right. It's also the Mordor, and then it's like the coronation.
Hmm.
And then it's the final, sailing away scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Grey Havens. Yeah. Here's a little fun fact for you. So you know Gothmog, the general of the Orc army.
Yes.
He was sculpted to look like Harvey Weinstein, because Harvey Weinstein. No, genuinely.
Oh
do you
yeah.
know why? Because Harvey Weinstein wanted refused to let Peter Jackson do a trilogy and said it has to be one film, and Peter Jackson was like, "Well, I'm not making it then," and that's why he made the Gothmog look like Harvey Weinstein. It was a bit of a fuck you to him, because he tried to make him only do one film, not 3.
Well, how's that then? Because it's still still released under Warner Brothers, wasn't it? It wasn't Harvey
Weinstein. So
obviously
they really wanted Peter Jackson to do it. Like, they really wanted him to do it, and he said, "I will only do it if you let me do 3 films." And they were like, "No, we only got the budget for 1." And he went, "Well, doing it then." And he literally walked away, and they went, "Fine, we'll do it." But they continued. But they wanted a way of saving money. So Peter Jackson said, "Easy, we can film all 3 films in one go."
Yeah.
Wow.
And
that was the best. That was the best thing for me about watching the films when I originally watched them in the cinema. And I knew about this because my mate at the time who I went to the cinema with was a massive Lord of the Rings fan. So he told me this in the run up. And obviously, internet wasn't that big then, so there was no way of kind of finding this out. But he said, "We wait till the end, we get a sneak preview of the next one." And I was like, "How have they made the next one already?" And he said, "Oh no, they filmed them back to back." And I obviously didn't know that. He read up about it at the time in magazines and whatever. But it was just that stay until the end of the credits and watching that. And it's not even a sneak peek; it's like an extended scene, basically, which is for the next movie. And it was just like, what? That was amazing. But of course, that was years, decades even before we. What do you call it? Marvel started doing the post-credit sequences.
Yeah.
So it was just, and those are only just teasers anyway. But this was just like sit there and you just watch it. And of course, when I went to watch the extended versions, I didn't stay to watch them. I didn't see the point because obviously I was going back the next day to watch the movie. So, but I would have otherwise. But that was one of the standouts for me when I wanted to see the films.
It's sad now that production companies don't have the balls to make multiple films in one go. I think the last time they did it properly was Harry Potter. Harry Potter, they did the last 3 films in one take.
Oh wow,
Deathly Hallows, yeah. But the only thing I think
Deathly Hallows and Deathly Hallows Part 2 in one go.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I found that was kind of weird, knowing that they filmed them back to back, that they I know they probably hadn't ironed out exactly what they were going to do with Gollum, but the Gollum you see, I know you don't see him very much in Fellowship of the Ring compared to his appearance then in Two Towers. It's like a completely different, almost a completely different character.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Andy Serkis didn't do the voice either for the original version, whether they've changed that afterwards.
There is a behind the scenes where there's I think a co-producer that played him because Andy was off a day, and it's ass. Andy was the only person that could really do it. But yeah, the technology, in the first one, it's not. I don't want to say it's not great. I think it does look good, but that bit when they're in what do you call the fucking dwarf?
Moria.
Gollum. I remember whatever way his eyes looked, it didn't look great.
Yeah.
It looked like a video game. But everything after that was fantastic.
But even when you see him getting tortured, it looks different. It looks slightly different. I keep on see it, but
Gollum and Moria.
Yeah,
he's following him, isn't he? He's creeping behind.
Yeah.
Frodo's like, something's following us, and he's like, that's Gollum.
In Moria, in the mines of Moria,
3 days.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
when does he start following them? I'm trying to remember.
I'm not sure when he starts following him.
For his next.
I know the first encounter. I think is when they're in the middle of is when Sam and Frodo are already separated from the rest, right? And they're in the on their way to Mordor.
Yeah,
that's,
so he must.
The 2 towers.
So he must.
Yeah, the 2 towers. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
he must follow him obviously at that point, but he's following him. obviously they're up in the mountains, aren't they, at one point? And it's like, Sauron sends down all the snow and stuff. So it must be after that, because I can't see him follow him, surviving up there and following him up there. But so it must be after that when they decide to go to Moria. He must sort of meet him there somewhere. But
Gandalf says in the Two Towers, in that scene when they're in Moria and he's waiting to find out which way he's going to go when he gets in deep into Moria, and he says that he's been tracking them for 3 days. So it's 3 days prior to that. And
but how long would they? How long? Yeah, I was going to say, because that's the one thing with Lord of the Rings. The representation of time is kind of askew, because like I remember you saying this, and I'd read this somewhere before, where Gandalf goes to find out about the ring. And you think he makes it look like he's been gone a couple of weeks, but it's like years or something.
20 years, right?
14 years.
Wow.
14 years.
Yeah, in the books it's longer.
Yeah, so that wouldn't make sense, on screen, because obviously, everybody would have aged quite a lot more. I say that most of the people in it don't really age, but still, it's. He would have been like, I haven't seen you for 14 years, and now you rock up, and all this whole time I was not supposed to have touched that ring. But yeah, so so there's a couple of things like that. So you don't know, like obviously we're watching a Moria. It feels like they've just spent half a day there, but they could have been there for like, I don't know.
There we go. There we go. Little Google search, because it's something that I'd like to know. He was already at the east gate of Moria when they turned up, so he escaped Mirkwood. So
right,
so. When they were in Lothlorien, so they get into Lothlorien after Moria. So not
which
that
one is Lothlorien again?
Lothlorien's where Galadriel lives.
Yeah, correct.
And then Mirkwood is where Thranduil lives, which is Legolas's dad. So he escaped there, wandered around for a bit, got to the east gate of Moria. That's when the Fellowship turned up, and he started tracking them from there. So they were in Moria for about 3 days before they saw him.
Wow,
that's crazy. So Gollum starts essentially stalking them when they leave Moria.
No, through Moria.
In Moria.
But not before they enter Moria.
No, so Gollum's already at Moria.
Yeah,
they turn up to Moria, and then he starts tracking them through Moria.
It makes you wonder how because they go through a bit to get through Moria and get out the other side. So it's like, how the hell has he followed them through past the Balrog and across all those steps and stuff that come apart? And again, that's another great scene that would actually be pretty good in Lego, where they're just kind of traversing those kind of stone steps as they're kind of falling apart. That'd be cool.
I saw a mock of this, and I don't know what page, and someone had made it where like you can pull pins out and the bricks fall off, and then you've got a turn wheel, and then it makes that part of the steps go forward and backwards. It was really good. It was really good.
I like that kind of stuff. That's cool. Okay, so
best quickly. You gotta admit, it's my favorite intro to any film ever. Two Towers, where Gandalf's fighting the Balrog and he's flying down Khazad-dûm. That scene.
Yeah.
And he catches back up with his sword, and his staff, doesn't he? No, he doesn't get his staff. He catches his sword,
doesn't he? With his sword, and he starts fighting the Balrog in midair. And then they hit like a subterranean part where they go into the water, and so on and so forth from there.
That was the bit that always got me, is when it pans out then to this kind of cave or this chasm or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they're already deep before they fall down this huge thing. So you can imagine how far underground it is. And then you just see it. And then I expect them to come on scene, like kind of taking up maybe a third of the screen or whatever. But no, they come on this. So it's a tiny little dot, which just goes to show how massive this thing is. And it's just, you see the flames of the Balrog falling. And that's a great scene as well.
Very well done. Yeah. Do you know the one thing that annoyed me about Lord of the Rings, though?
What?
Was that when it come out to buy, I was like, yeah, buy it. I bought it, and they were advertising then about the extended version. I was like, what? So I had to end up buying it, because you have to watch the extended version. I mean, I'm not too sure about the other three, but the original ones, you because you find out like sort of thing where they get certain things like his rope and stuff which you wouldn't know. So yeah, and it's just so much, but it makes the film so much better. But it's a shame that they didn't bring them out in the cinema like that. So,
okay, Padawan, I have a question. As someone who, again, I have seen the Fellowship of the Ring extended edition. In the extended edition, don't they show the the scene where like what after they you know where like the I think it's Isildur is his name. He's supposed to throw the ring in
Isildur.
Yeah, so there's like a little extended cut of Isildur.
Yeah, but that scene doesn't appear until later in the extended edition, right? And in the theatrical edition, it appears at the beginning, doesn't it?
No, so you got a bit. So it all runs from the beginning. It's part of the prologue, where he refuses to throw. So the bit you're on about is when he refuses to throw the rings. When Elrond's
Elrond is there. Yeah.
Elrond's talking
Isildur, toss it in the flames.
In the theatrical edition, doesn't that happen in the prologue? But in the extended edition, doesn't it? Don't they show it in like the middle?
Yeah,
of the movie?
he's right. He's right because
yes.
When he's talking about the failure of men, Elrond, and he says, "Remember, I was there 4,000 or whatever it is years ago," and then it's cast back. So, and you're right though, because in the prologue is a lot longer as well, because it shows a lot more of what happens to Isildur afterwards, as opposed to because I think in the normal edition you see him not toss it in. And then the next thing you know, he's just riding through the forest. And then next thing you know, he's floating in the water with 2 arrows in his back. It don't show like how he got there, why he's there, or anything like that. Or even you think it's happened a week later, but apparently it's like decades before he loses it. So
I just want to show. I just want to show this to people when they. So I don't like the fact that the Hobbit's got extended editions because there's a lot of things in the Hobbit that didn't happen in the books, and I feel like. One of the reasons why Lord of the Rings is like acclaimed, like will be loved forever, is the fact that how much attention to detail there is in the films from the books. Now, the Lord of the Rings had an extended edition, right? And the Hobbit's got an extended edition trilogy. That's the size of the Hobbit. Yeah. That's the size of the Lord of the Rings. Why do they both need extended trilogies? Look at the size of this book. That is the Hobbit in its entirety. That's the Lord of the Rings.
I think the extended versions, though, compared to the look, there's not that much, is there? There's like a few minutes extra. So where with the Lord of the Rings, there's a lot of minutes added. So Oaktown, have you not seen the last one, the extended version?
Okay. Two Towers and Return of the King. Only theatrical edition, not extended.
So you haven't seen any of the with Christopher Lee in it then? Because that's a shame.
No, well, he's in the theatrical editions.
Not the Return of the King. He's not.
Oh,
yeah, you're on about.
Saruman shows up in extended.
He was a bit teed off about that, wasn't he?
So you see the bit. So he's referring to the scene in the Return of the King when Gandalf turns up to Isengard, and at that point, in the normal editions, Saruman's already dead. He's already fallen. Correct. He's dropped the Palantir. He's dead. In the extended edition, and this brings me on to the point where there's a lot more context, is he's still alive. No, sorry, wrong. In the theatrical edition,
we don't really see him die.
They just say he's locked in his tower. Like they don't actually, you don't see him. They just say he's locked in his tower, leave him alone type of thing. That's what Gandalf says. In the extended edition, he's at the top of the tower. He's having a conversation with Gandalf, having an argument back and forth. He's about to give up. He's about to like surrender to Gandalf. And then Grima Wormtongue stabs him in the back, and then he falls off Isengard, lands on the water wheel, and then drops the Palantir in the water. So there's a hell of a lot more context in the extended.
Because that's actually in Two Towers, though, isn't it? But isn't it?
Is Grima Wormtongue even in the theatrical editions?
Yeah.
He's in Two Towers and Return of the King, in both of them. But it's only Return of the King at the start from that same scene from when they all turn up to Isengard.
Oh right, yeah. No, you're right. It is at the beginning. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking it was the end of Two Towers.
Return of the King that follows straight on from the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Yeah, because I was going to say I remember the scene where they were doing an interview with Christopher Lee, and they were talking about how they asked him to act like he'd had a knife put in his back. And he was like, "Well, I don't really need to act because he was a Nazi hunter, wasn't he? After the war, he'd actually been stabbed in the back in real life.
So because he was OSS, he was OSS. He was like the first iteration of like MI5 and MI6 back in the day.
He
was like British. He was a genuine British spy, which was class. But they said to him, Peter Jackson said to him, right, okay, when you get stabbed, when he stabs you in the back, I want you to scream. And he's like, you would never scream. That's not how it works. And then that's when he says, I've been stabbed in the back. I know how it works. And that's when Peter Jackson was like, yeah, all right, cool. You do you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. So, guys, we got the mocks up there. It seems like at the moment when you got voting, I don't know why, but every time I know there's only 10. Sorry, mate. Go on.
To diff here.
No, you carry on, mate. I appreciate you.
But will this image still stay up if I leave, or?
I think people have seen it long enough. I was going to close the poll now anyway. I was just about to say that normally I have to tell people, get your vote in. But as it happens, I think most people have voted, and Nimble looks like the Andor Mava speech or the Mava rally has won. Oh, somebody just got a vote in last minute. But guys, you got a couple of seconds before we put this vote in, and then
let me put mine in.
Yeah, let me put mine in.
Slurpy's going to be saying his goodbyes while we're doing that. So Slurpy, thanks for having us. Thanks for being here, mate. Appreciate you.
No, good crack as always. Like, good week.
We'll be closing this down now in about 10 minutes anyway, so don't worry about it.
No, absolutely. No, it's good. Yeah. It's good seeing you, Whittaky, popping in again. Post smoke break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seeing you Padawan no time.
That was a long fag you went out for, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway. Cheerio, folks.
Yeah, no, so mate. I'll catch up with you now in a week.
I'll try not to end the stream here.
Take care, Slurpy.
Yeah, it did go. The picture did go with him, but I think it's been there long enough. So we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna. It still looks like a landslide, to be fair, for Andor with almost double the votes. Oh no, another one went in. Oh, they're coming in.
What are we sitting on?
40% of the vote for Nimble. I think the next one down is 33 with Oaktown's anti-ice. What is de-icer? What do you want to call it? But I can't see it's going to catch it. We're on to 15 votes now, guys. If you're out there, you've got a couple of seconds, and I'm going to close it, and then this will go on to be our champion to represent this episode down the line. So, end poll. There we go. It's done. So now I'm between now and us saying goodbyes and any last bits and pieces. I'm going to put one more poll in the chat for the people who are left. I want to know. These are the 4 best answers we've had in terms of what we're going to call this segment. Name the mock segment. So I think Sarah came in with one that was slightly different to what we had. So we're going to have get your mock out for the boys, rock out with your mock out, just mocking around, and mock's the matter with you. So it's going to be one of the first 2, I think. But how was work, Whittaky?
Yeah, not too bad. Just had Oaktown back.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, it was okay actually. It wasn't too bad. They honestly, the nurses, they were going, Martin, go on. We'll call you if we need you. Go on. Go back in. Do your show. And I was like, no, I better not. Yeah, he wanted to have it on his phone to watch, but the thing is, because I said to him, I said, you can't write anything rude, mine, and he grinned at me, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm not setting that up for you then.
Oh, is he like that?
Yeah, he might have put something.
Oh no, I remember you telling me the story about something he said or messaged about some of the staff or something. I don't want to go into it on here.
Yeah, no. In case somebody's
he's a cheeky little one, isn't he?
He is a cheeky, yeah. But he was honestly, mate. He was saying to me, because he does struggle to speak, sort of thing. But he was saying that he was watching it. He said then because I went off and obviously didn't tell him, and I went on the screen, and he was like, "Oh, you suddenly on the TV," and I was like, and then he said they were going Leo. I was like, yeah. He loved that, Martin. Bless him.
Yeah.
But
High
yeah,
school,
it wasn't too bad. It's like they let me go a bit early so I could see if I could, because I thought you lot might be off at 10. So,
well, I think we would have been, mate, because at one point we were like, what are we talking about? Next thing
but
you
I
know,
thought,
we
wow,
just trailed off
hardly,
talking
it
about all
hardly
sorts.
ever does finish at 10. So, so how's Oaktown and CJ? You both okay?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Yeah, good mate.
Yeah,
busy
Are
reading.
you because I will be getting it, but not on day one. I can't pronounce it properly. The big white building.
Minister, yeah.
That's it.
We did talk about it.
I was like, yeah, I'll be very quick though. It's like, yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's in June, so there's no way I'll be
Have you
getting
seen
it.
the photos, Martin?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, I have seen it. Yeah, if that's the proper, yeah, well, it looks like the proper ones.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video?
The video might not have seen the video.
I'll send you the video, mate, and you can splurge all you want over it.
Because it's done basically like Barrador, yeah. So it looks like miniature on the outside, but you've got
Exactly, mate. Micro scale on the outside, dollhouse minifig scale on the inside.
Yeah. I just think that next to it just look great. You know, you got your black and your white, massive. Yeah, it just look really nice.
The way they should have done the fucking Death Star. They should have done a ball looking micro scale on the outside and had it open up and have minifigure on the inside.
Yeah,
it's not big though. It's not massive though, is it? Like Barrador. Yeah, it's not. From what
I reckon it's about as wide, isn't it?
I'm telling you now, it's wider than Barrador and it's deeper than Barrador. It is a fat boy.
Yeah,
it is a fat boy.
Not as tall, but
because I was looking at it and the minifigure looked a little bit oversized compared to it. Or was I? Perhaps I've been looking at something else. Was I? Maybe I was looking at
I just need to refresh my mind. Coops, because Coop coming in clutch sent me and stuff.
I think it's similar to Barrador, where the actual main door looks almost like mini scale, but then the rest of it is. But I think it looks nice when it's like that. But yeah,
it's not going to be as tall as Barrador, but it's going to be wider and
girthier.
But what I'm saying is,
no one's watching.
Yeah, beautiful. Look at that. That looks so nice. Barrador.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is though the city itself is probably as tall as in universe, right? As Barrador. Would you say?
I would say no. It's not as tall as Barrador, but
no way.
It's bigger. If you know what I mean. It's not as tall.
Would you say Minas Tirith is taller than Orthanc though? In universe.
In universe, I'd probably say it's very similar sized.
The way I see it is he jumps off that piece at the front when he's on fire and is a fucking hell of a way down, and yet Gandalf and Sauron are just having a fucking casual chat off the Tower of Orthanc. So I thought it was probably a bit as tall. You know, I would have said it was probably about as tall as
the Lego set is shorter than what it should be because I remember them saying that you could buy another, and add the towers to make it taller than what it should really be. But
here we go. Right, so Barrador is a monster, which we all know. Right. So if you could, the rock piece that goes up Barrador, if you could cut the tower off there, it'd be similar size to Minas Tirith.
Right.
But here we go. So Barrador, the tallest building, Minas Tirith, and then you've got Minas Morgul, where the Witch King lives, the city that glows green, and then next to Minas Morgul, you've got Tower of Orthanc, Isengard, and then
that's quite small.
When did they go to Minas Morgul in the movie?
So that's where they go up where they're going up to Shelob's cave, and they got the steps next to it, and then the big castles in front of them. The big green glowing castle. That's Minas Morgul. That's where I reckon they'll save the Witch King of Angmar fig for. They'll make a castle. They'll make a set of that in 4 years' time.
So Minas Morgul, is it in Mordor then?
So it's like a border castle, if you know what I mean. So it's like on the border. If you could picture the United States border, it's on the borderline. Like that's where it is.
Got it. And the Black Gate also, right? It's on the border.
Yeah.
So what is the place then in The Hobbit where they first kind of get? I think it's the kings before they become the ring wraiths, and they're Sauron are fighting them and stuff.
So he's fight. Are you on about that fight scene?
Yeah, and I think what's the brown wizard is there as well.
Yeah, that's at Dol Guldur. The two main places the orcs come from is Dol Guldur and Gundabad, and they are in the north, like the northeast. So they're like wow far away from like where we see the setting of Lord of the Rings. They're like if Lord of the Rings is set in the UK, then the Hobbit is set like in the northeast of Russia.
Right. Okay.
Like that's how far away they are. So that's what people like. That's why you don't see dwarves in the Lord of the Rings as well. So whilst Lord of the Rings is going off, and the Return of the King and the Battle of Pelennor Fields at Gondor, and the Battle of the Black Gate, whilst that's happening, Sauron sent other forces from Gundabad and Dol Guldur to the Lonely Mountain and the Iron Hills. So that's why the dwarves and Lothlorien, and that's why the dwarves didn't get involved in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because they're already fighting their own fucking battles.
Right. Okay. So there's more than one front then, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's briefly spoken about in the books. I'll find out when I eventually get there. Do you know what I
mean? Yeah. When you're on 50,000 followers, like which will be tomorrow the way it's going. So
yeah, well, I was going to say, because I couldn't quite get in earlier, when you were on about the filming back to back, I thought straight away, yeah, they did that with Back to the Future 2 and 3 as well, didn't they?
Oh, did they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about that one. I've only seen 1 and 2. I haven't seen 3, but yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot of movies out there where they plan while doing, because they already planned to do Back to the Future 2 even when they were doing the first one. And obviously they have to change that. They have to change that closing scene or stroke opening scene to the second one slightly because they had a different actress. But you know,
it's even with like series now. Like they used to release a series. Film the next season. Sorry, they used to release a season, film the next season whilst that one was being released. So start filming the second one and plan for the third one. They'd have it all lined up, ready to go. The only studio that's doing that at the moment is Amazon with Fallout. They're the ones that are that confident in the series that as we're speaking now, they're currently releasing season 2. They've already started filming season 3, and they're planning for season 4. You don't see that anymore. You don't see that kind of confidence in movie studios
and commitment.
It's funny, I get condemned for this, but I can't really get into the games, but I'm absolutely loving the program.
I still haven't started season 2. I think I might need a refresher of season 1.
I haven't seen either.
Yeah, watch season 1 again and then roll straight into season 2.
That's what I did. Yeah, that's what I usually when a new series starts that I'm watching, I always go back and watch the first
season 2 series finale this week.
Oh right, yeah, cool. Looking forward to that. It's a bit like when the Harry Potter films came out. I'd watch the first one, and then the second one would come out, so I'd watch the first one again. And then when the third one come out, I'd watch the first and second, then third, and then the fourth one. And so I ended up watching the first one bloody like 8-9 times.
On other news, by the way, I think I'm going to do Bricktastic both days now. So.
Oh, cool.
Excellent. Yes.
We were talking about it earlier, actually. So the plan is at the moment, I'm doing Wednesday to Monday. I'm doing Wednesday because I'm staying with family, obviously, so we're going to visit them as well. But Nimble's picking up Slurpee from the airport around about 8 a.m. on the Friday, then coming to pick me up from Sale, which is just outside of Manchester. Well, part of Manchester. Then we're gonna park somewhere in Manchester city centre, have a little doss about, maybe get some breakfast, then go and meet Whittaky coming off his bus around about midday. You said, was it?
Yeah, it says get there at 12, but 12ish. You know, I don't, depending on the traffic.
Then doss about a little bit longer, grab some lunch, head over to the hotel, check in, dump off all our shit, meet Muttley, who's getting there about 3 o'clock, head over to the Trafford Centre, probably knock around in there for a bit, and then, I don't know, whatever. I think you come in, after work? So 6-7 o'clock-ish, did you say?
No, so I'm now thinking I might just take the Friday off and come up, because I've got family in Manchester as well that I could do with going and seeing.
All right, yeah.
So I might do that, or if I don't take the day off, I'll be there about 4.
Right. Oh, there are.
Takes 3 hours for me to get to 3.5 hours to get to from work to Manchester, and I leave for work about 11:30. So I'll be up there about 3 or 4 o'clock, depending on traffic. But if I don't, I'll come up late. I might come up really early Friday morning.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, either way, just let us know where you are or when you know closer to the time, and we'll meet up with you somewhere. And then, like I said, crash out, and then, like I said, grab some food that evening, and then. I think we said about doing the stream Friday night. Did we say, or was it Saturday night? We said I can't remember. Since we're all together, it'd be a shame not to do a fucking stream like of some kind.
It makes sense because I think that'll be a banging stream as well because we're all together in the same place, so we can properly like bounce off each other.
I don't know when, but I'm gonna probably take maybe an hour off or somewhere because to meet my friend because we've been playing. Destiny for like 12 years, and it'd be nice to actually meet each other.
You've never met? That's cool. That's class. That.
Yeah, we've never met. We send each other, cards, birthday cards, and stuff. And honestly, I've been playing Destiny 2 with him like most nights for the last 11 years, 12 or something like that. So, and he lives in Manchester, so I just thought it'd be great if.
Yeah, is he go? He's not going to Bricktastic.
Well, he said he might actually go. So if that's the case, then I'll just meet him in there. So I won't have to go, But if not, then I might, just.
Well, I was going to say, just get him to. I mean, obviously, you're going to want to probably spend, since you've had a relationship or whatever for that long, you want to kind of spend some time with him, getting to know him a bit better in person. But I was going to say, although aside from that, get him to come out for us with food on Friday night because we'll have to find somewhere tidy where we can all go and grab something to eat. Something I don't know, whether it's like a Harvester or some shit like that on there. And then try and do the stream. I can't remember whether the guy said it'd be better to do it Friday or Saturday, but I think we said Friday. And then of course we got Bricktastic then Saturday and see what happens.
Where we do that, like in the hotel room or something, yeah.
Well, the hotel would make the most sense, wouldn't it? Because you've got the Wi-Fi and all that shit, and just all pile in one of the rooms because we'll all be staying in the same place pretty much. So pile in one of the rooms and then just set the laptop up or the camera up or whatever and just fucking
and everyone sit on everyone's lap.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll make it work. Problem is there won't be any viewers then because everyone will be there. But so look, I've put for anybody who hasn't seen, I put another poll in the chat. We just want to name this segment. I feel like it's stretched out for too long now, so I just want to get it named and move on, and then I can animate it for next time. So at the moment we only got 4 votes in, but Rock Out with Your Mock Out seems to be the winner. So get your votes in there, guys. I know there's not many of you left now, and we are going to be closing this soon. But
what are the options?
The options are, and so these are the things that were suggested to us or that I managed to find. So it's get your mock out for the lads, mock out with your rock out with your mock out, what's some mocks the matter with you, and just mocking around.
Yeah, I like that one, even though that won't get it, but
yeah, I'm kind of gravitating to rock out with your mock out. So I mean, it kind of makes sense as well, doesn't it? Because
that's winning at the moment.
But yeah, we'll close it down after that. So in terms of what we were going to talk about today, I know it was free-balling, so there wasn't a schedule as such. What have we got? So Bricktastic, we've talked a little bit. There's only so much we know, but what I've got lined up is next week we've got Lego Team B in the house.
Nice.
They
coming?
Yeah, they're going to be there. They are Bricktastic alumni. They've gone quite a few times. They are well known in the community. They were Brickworld as well. They are very heavy into kind of the mock scene.
And they're lovely people as well.
Mm-hmm. And they're fantastic people. They're great people. Yeah. They're very regularly in our chat. They pop in and out. And I know they catch on replay when they can. So shout out to them. But they're going to be on next week, I believe, if I haven't got the weeks the wrong way around. The following week, we're going to have Madlib on. So Madlib is, part of the London Bridge inner circle, if you like. So does regular streams. Go and check both of these guys out over on YouTube and Instagram or wherever. And he's going to be on again. Bricktastic alumni going again this year, but also just a really friendly, happy, not the Lego Team Beyond, but it's just one of those guys. But the other thing is he's getting involved quite a lot. He's got a mock art on display. He's doing the Lego Soapbox Challenge that they do at Bricktastic. So he can talk to us a little bit about some of the what's going on. Now, the other thing we were supposed to have lined up was Greg from London Bridge. I had a chat with him recently, and unfortunately, we weren't able to make it happen because he's committed to other things on Sunday, as well as other personal things. So we couldn't iron out a date that works for him. So what he's going to do instead is he's going to come on the show post Bricktastic. And I don't know whether that's going to be a separate stream because he's still saying Sundays are a challenge, but he said he'd be more free on a Sunday after Bricktastic. So what we'll do is we'll do like a Bricktastic, like we did with Brickworld, Bricktastic Unpacked, if you like. Just talk a little bit about our experiences, which we'll be doing probably for a while afterwards, especially because so many of us went, again, similar to Brickworld. So we'll just be talking that through. So he's going to come on the show at that point, and we'll go from there. So that's what we've got coming up. The other thing to flash up is, so that is Bricktastic Hype.
I still need to get my Sunday ticket. I still haven't bought it.
Yeah, I was going to say, as far as I know, they're still available because I bought one for Kirsty the other day. So
my Saturday ticket is at 10, and I'm like, bleak.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not going to be rushing to go in there anyway because,
well, I can't
although there's
get
going to
in
be a lot to do.
anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I don't really care about that. So, 48-hour charity streamathon. Cool Hand, Luke Bricks, in collaboration with Brick Dynasty, are bringing you the second annual 48-hour charity streamathon. This is open to anybody and everybody in the Lego streaming community. I am going to keep it to people with YouTube channels. So anybody who's out there watching and would like to be involved or do a stream of their own, takes 10 minutes to set up a YouTube account. And if you use StreamYard, you can ignore what YouTube tells you, which is that you need to have 50 subscribers before you can stream. So you can bypass that with StreamYard. So, but aside from that, anybody watching on replay or there right now, would love to get you involved. We want to get some streams set up. We're gonna have. I'm gonna put up 48 1-hour slots for people to pick from, but you can have a maximum of a 2-hour segment if you like. And again, it's first come, first serve. I'm going to send out the invites over the course of the next couple of days to all the people who either were involved last time or friends of the show. And it's going to be first come, first serve segments. I've got a couple of people who I know can take what we would class as the graveyard shifts, depending on where they are in the world. So the Aussie boys, Mayo, and then obviously you've got the guys over on the West Coast. So like Oaktown. So they obviously operate different times. Garrett as well as another one. So I'm going to send that out. Hopefully everybody can get involved. What I am going to say is that the only caveat is that though you do end your show when your slot ends. I know that kind of sounds a bit bullyish, but the one bit of feedback I had last time is that a lot of people went on to the stream or were watching a stream, and then when their hour ended and someone else's stream had started, they carried on their show. So a lot of people kind of stayed with them and they didn't have that, because I want to do the whole stream raid thing and pass on to each other and pass the baton. The only exception to that would be if you're getting involved, but you already have a show during that time slot. So if Good Morning Brickworld or anybody else who does a regular slot, I'm not going to ask them to cut their show short because they've been involved with this. But any stream that they're putting on specifically for the charity stream, if you can end it at that 1 or 2 hour, depending on what you booked, and pass on to the next person. And I'll encourage everybody to not only throw up the link and keep it pinned in their chat, but also to send the link towards the end of their stream so that everybody can stream raid to the next one if they so choose. And anything you want to do within your stream to promote your channel is fine. Don't feel like because it's a charity you can ask for subscribers. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're putting your own time and effort into the stream. So for you to get a handful of followers or whatever it might be back, I think is more than acceptable. But as long as the main theme stays on the charity, I might try and work out a little script so everybody reads out the script about what the charity does and what they work towards and that kind of stuff. But that's yet to be confirmed. So myself and Ken are going to be promoting it. And once we've got the full, timetable set up, obviously we'll throw that out there. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully everybody here can get involved. And obviously all the guys who got involved last time can get involved and we can make it a good one. What I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to probably have our show close it on the times have to be confirmed, but I think it's going to be about 9:00 Friday night, run until 9:00 Sunday night, and our show will obviously might run beyond that, but it'll be over by then. So that's the plan at the moment. Just need to iron out the details basically, but yeah, let me know if you want to be involved in any way or if you want to support in any way, even if you don't want to do a stream, and I'm sure I can find a job for you. But that's it from me, guys. Oh, and Fairy Bricks is the name of the charity, in case I forgot to say, which is the same charity that sponsors Bricktastic. So it's a children's hospice charity. So essentially what they do is they use their funding to buy Lego. So we've supported other charities in the past that use Lego, but Fairy Bricks is specifically like a Lego charity, if you like. So they use it to buy Lego to take into hospitals for kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they've got a good relationship with Bricktastic, but Ken did point out that they're not particularly social media savvy based on what he's looked at. And I think he's probably right. They don't really, I don't think they have like anybody in charge of the sort of social media for them, which is, I don't know how charities work. So perhaps that's not something they've been able to do or they're not really that interested in. But either way, I think this would be a good opportunity for us to create a relationship with them. So, yeah. So I still hear back from the California Fires people all the time. Like, obviously, you got thank yous and stuff like that, but I still hear they send like regular information about what they're doing and all the rest of it. So it's pretty good. I wouldn't say I've got a relationship or a connection with them, but it's just they haven't kind of forgotten, the people who've supported. So
nice, yeah.
But that's it. Send me the info if you'd like me to participate in the stream. Yeah, you're more than welcome, Mayo. Everybody will be welcome. Like I said, 1 hour or 2 tower slots. So I will send those invites out very, very soon within this week. So by next Sunday, hopefully we'll get a load of slots. We'll have a load of slots filled and I can give everyone an update.
So when is the charity happening? From when to when?
Oh, yeah. Good point, mate. That's probably one of the important things. So it's starting on the 13th, Friday the 13th of March. PM, UK PM. So it'll be like 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern. And it runs through till Sunday the 15th. So it'll be the weekend. It'll finish the weekend prior to Brickworld. So we can, Bricktastic, sorry, yeah. So we'll have a lot of hype throughout those streams as well. So so yeah, so that's me, guys. Anybody want to give any closing messages or?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I guess.
So
no, pretty much not. No.
My daughter had this for her birthday, and she built it the other day. And I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
The little bellies on the 2 bears.
Like a Valentine's? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can see.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, we got it for her birthday, but she had when she was not when she was a baby. She wasn't interested in toys, like toys and dolls and stuff when she was a baby. Weirdly, but when she was a little bit older, she fell in love with this soft panda bear thing, and she just wouldn't go anywhere without it for about 4 or 5 years. So we got that because she still likes pandas. But yeah, I thought it was a cute little set. So I got to say though, I'm walking around the shop and seeing sets that are non-Star Wars, and I'm more and more enamored with them than I ever have been before. Like I'm seeing Ninjago sets that I think look good, and that, I mean, I'm still not at the point where I'm going to buy, but that's purely because I can't really afford to branch out beyond Star Wars, especially when I don't do anything with the Star Wars I buy.
I think a lot of sets are looking quite nice, really, compared to what's happening with Star Wars at the moment. I mean, it's not the best, but it's like I will say, like Lord of the Rings, especially the big sets, they absolutely knock them out of the park.
Yeah,
it's like they are like.
I'm just talking about some of the smaller sets I'm seeing, like in shops and places like B&M Bargains, which don't do a huge variety. And I'm thinking, it's a hell of a time to be into Lego. The other thing I want to show,
that little set that I showed earlier, the hummingbird, it was great.
Yeah, nice little set. The 3-in-1s. I don't think there's been a bad 3-in-1 for a long time, but so I managed to pick up some of these. I meant to show Slurpee, but I completely forgot. He asked me to pick up a couple.
That's what I got.
I got
I'm really annoyed actually that I would have preferred another army builder, and I would have preferred, well, not for me because I only got one anyway, but I would have preferred even myself just for an army builder. But I didn't even think about it. I saw these and grabbed 3 for Slurpee because he said he wanted 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So
Slurpee, can you not get him over there in Northern Ireland?
No, he says he never sees them. But the annoying part is that I saw Jedi Master Bricks had the Shock Trooper and just the Phase 2 Clone Trooper, plain Phase 2 Clone Trooper.
Yeah, they got one of those. I went to pick.
Be right back, guys.
Yeah, no, he's right.
I've got two Asdas near me, Martin, and one's got the Sabine and the other one's got the Clone Trooper.
Yeah, I'm just annoyed. Basically, I'm just saying I'm annoyed that I didn't wait to see what are the variations. Because obviously, there's only so many Sabine Wrens you need, isn't there? So,
yeah, I only bought the one of those. I have seen. Did you say, CJ, that you got with Pulps? I have seen. And yeah. Yeah, so they are doing quite a different. I love it when they say a free extra toy. It says on the top, but suddenly they go to $7.99. So
yeah.
They're unbearable.
Sam's new module.
Yeah, Reflection's getting thick, mate.
I know.
It does say in the back of the magazine that next week it's the zombie stormtrooper with the grey helmet. So I will be buying a few of those.
Yeah.
Right. So we're about to close it out. Before we do that, Whiskey, do you want to play the Dubrees? The supers. We only got 2 to do tonight. So
okay. Let me just write which 2, because obviously
So we haven't had. We will say happy birthday though to Muggsy Lad. He hasn't been in tonight. But he hasn't been in tonight.
Well, we've had Liam, yeah.
We've had Bearded and Muttley.
Right.
Yeah, Lego van is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah. Oh, with they're all print. Where is it? These.
Oh, you got the Lego van. That one's so cool.
The printed tile. The printed tile
more than the big one.
Really?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Lego sets within Lego sets, like the Inception. That's like Kennedy's as well, isn't it? That's what I imagine his Lego van to look like.
It lives up here next to Jazz Club.
Oh, I can't get this. I can't get this to go smaller again now. What the fuck did I do that?
What?
There you go. Go on, then, mate. Play him and we'll get out of here. Let you know it. How's it going, mate? Mikey. Play us out.
G'day. Want a cold one?
Who the hell are you?
Call me Nugget. I've been looking for Walter Riley. Haven't seen him around, have you?
You should have bought a gun instead of a beer, mate.
Nah, I don't need a gun. I've got a donk.
You've got a what?
Donk. Class.
Yeah.
Saul makes 10. 10 ought to do it, don't you think? You think we need one more? You think we need one more? All right, we'll get one more.
And there is at least one more coming. Super chat coming this year. I keep saying I'm going to do them, but they do take a lot of work, so I'll do my best.
No, they are. Liam just come in just in time then. That we played it.
No, he has been here. He has been in and out for a bit, mate.
I'm Lightning Lord.
Hello, Mike.
I heard you shout him out earlier as well. So good evening.
Yeah, thanks for popping in, guys. Catch us on replay. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and comments after the show is finished. Give it about 10 minutes or so. Put a comment in. Even if you say, I hated the stream tonight, it still helps the show and it helps the channel. So please chuck in a comment. That includes hosts. Please leave a comment. It will help us out. So yeah, thanks guys. Good night.
Good
God
night.
bless.
Goodbye. See you guys later.